All right, everyone. Again, welcome back to the stream for Dungeons and Dragons for Night Castle Services. I am Casey Broadhead. I am the Dungeon Master or Game Master, and we're super excited for you guys to be here. To go over some quick announcements really quick. This video, this will be going out on YouTube. This video will be going out on YouTube on this upcoming Tuesday. Hopefully in the morning. I got it out a little bit late this last week because I wasn't quite sure. I didn't realize it would take so long for it to export from the editor. But this time, it should be out in the morning, hopefully. There will be some extra videos that will start going out on that YouTube channel that will be maybe me talking with some of the players, or just kind of me talking about some different things, maybe explaining some of the things of how Dungeons & Dragons works if you'd like to learn a little bit more about it, and about kind of tabletop RPGs, things like that. And also, if you want to play with me and maybe some of our cast here, I run a game every Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time that you are welcome to join, and you can use any of the link to the website here that will take you directly to the website, and you can click on the get started and then free one shot, and it'll take you right there. All right, so before we fully transition to our characters and what's going on, let's do a quick recap. You may have noticed in our last session that there was a little bit that the characters knew that you had not, as of this point, specifically about the day before. That was our session 0, where they were able to meet each other, but I started off the story a little bit quicker, so we'll give you a little bit there. Each of them waking up to a strange buzzing noise right beneath their ear. They each ended up figuring out eventually that it had direction, following it to a city square that, to those who are watching, may find familiar to have been the market square, where there was now a large obsidian-esque stone that had crushed said fountain. Here in this particular square, they seemed to discover, after our friend Rames had cast Detect Magic, that there seemed to be black stones of that same obsidian sticking out of their necks. They then removed, went up into the air, smashed together, and spun, eventually getting wider and wider, this noise coalescing before these stones left their skin into the screams of a tortured young girl. One that they still have no idea who it is. After their abrupt awakenings, which you may have seen on a previous stream, the hostile invasion of Bosham, our heroes found themselves desperate to escape their doomed city. Encountering a strange obsidian boulder, those aforementioned boulder, their enemies seemed to be interested in, Evangeline, our veiled friend, decided to destroy it, thereupon transporting our party to what had been the city hall, where Saryxeir's Drake Warden mentor had been taken hostage. Upon rescuing the Drake Warden and discovering a swirling power source seeming to siphon life from the Drake Warden's first steel dragon companion, our heroes chose to destroy it, and running from the resulting explosion deep into mysterious tunnels leading to the sewers far below, eventually able to connect with each other once again. We are now here down in the sewers deep below Bosham. We find ourselves here with our party here in what is seemingly a storage room. At this point, the Drake Warden is currently awake, and at this point has put her hands on Frey and Saryxeir's shoulders. And at this point, that is, I believe, where we left off. And so, at this point, if any of you have anything you would like to do before, anything you would like to discuss, anything, go ahead.
I'd like to walk up to her and be like, I don't know who you are really, but I'm still a little bit confused about what's going on, and you are at the center of it, so maybe you perhaps know what's going on? If you would.
I'd say I might know a bit. Well, to say from first, my name is Tyna, and I am a Drake Warden of sorts. And, well, I guess previously Drake Warden. I don't know exactly what I am now, but that's fine.
Right.
I would say that, as for what's going on, I think your guess is as good as mine. I honestly have no idea what's currently going on. I was not prepared for the city to fall under attack by a occupying force that seemed to come from a black hole in the sky. I was not prepared for that. So, your guess is as good as mine.
Right. Well, thank you. Sorry to trouble you, but thank you. And then I'll just go and sit down.
Okay.
Are you doing okay, miss?
Oh, well, spear wounds aren't my favorite. As she looks down, you can still see there's the head of a spear that's sticking out of her abdomen there. She says, spear wounds aren't my favorite, but I should be okay. As she kind of leans up and kind of begins getting to her feet.
Casey?
Does she need
Well,
help
I'm
getting that
glad
out?
you're alive, at least.
So you should.
Here,
We're hearing that I need
he
to
pulls out a he pulls out a singular sock and just hands it to her. Maybe this will help.
She takes it, a little confused, but she takes it and just kind of looks at it. She says, "All right, I kind of have some of these, but I'll keep it." And she just kind of puts it in a small bag she has and just kind of turns the rest to you and says, "Well, I assume we need to get out of here, correct?"
Does she need those ones to be bandaged? I have bandages.
Are you asking her this, or are you just wondering?
Yeah, no, I'll ask her. Tina, do you need bandages?
Oh, the bandages I had before seem to have gone somewhere, so that would be good.
All right. Do you need help? Or
yeah, if you want to make me a medicine check, go ahead.
Oh boy, here we go. Ooh, that is a 19.
Nice. Okay. Quickly wrapping the wound, you've had to bandage minor wounds on yourself before. Nothing to this quite of an extent, but the principle is simple. So, quickly able to do that. She turns and says, "Thank you very much. Means a lot. As I was saying, are we headed somewhere? Or, I believe it probably isn't the best idea to go back up."
If there's an up to go back to.
Right. Do the sewers go out of town, perhaps?
From my understanding, they do. As to where they come out, I'm not quite sure. But they do go somewhere.
Well, wow. Didn't look too good up there, so I'd rather not go back up where we came down. So it's probably better.
Yeah, it might be
we
just
not
a little bit better to go that way.
I think I've been breathing this musty air for too long. Let's get out of here.
Does anyone know which way to go? Perhaps.
If my memory serves, we'll need to head, and she kind of opens up the door. As she does, she kind of looks back at you, Freya, and says, "I don't know if musty is the right smell. Fecal matter might be more accurate." As she looks and just points down one of the passageways, she says, "I believe this is the direction we should be headed to get out of here."
Is there a breeze coming down from that direction? Do I feel a breeze coming from any passageway?
Make me a perception check.
Would I know the
25.
structure?
Okay. 1 second, Evangeline. I'll get to you in one moment. Okay. So, all right. You said 25, Fred?
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of opening yourself up, you can feel a faint breeze from the direction she's pointing. It's barely on the edge of your perception, but there could be a breeze coming from that direction. And then, Evangeline, you were asking if you would know something about this?
Would I know the structure since I basically live here? Like, at least on top? Would I know the sewer structure?
Make me a history check.
My papers. Let's see. That is 24.
24. You would know them basically. I would say you've never been down here, but you would know them to an extent. At this point, you do know that she, the way that Tina has pointed, is a decent direction to go for now. You do know that it will diverge at some points, and you do know that the sewers connect to an old set of mines, and eventually to some just old caverns. But you do know that people have been able. You do know of reports of people sneaking into the city through the sewers from far outside the city, so that's likely the direction you should be going. Okay. Unless you guys have anything else, we will continue following Tina, unless you guys have a different thought.
Let's go.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
All the better to get out of here.
Okay. Let's head.
I
As she...
understand our. Sorry.
What were you saying, Ramus? Go ahead.
I understand our want to like get out of here. This place smells really bad, but where are we? We're not going home after this. Like, are we not just going back to? Are we not going back to town when we get out?
We could check it out at the very least.
There's still a
It
town.
can't be that bad.
Go
Like,
back.
I'm afraid there's.
Our house is fine.
I'm afraid there's not a town left to go after that explosion that occurred.
You can't destroy a whole town.
Well,
Not
you
making me a
can,
slumber.
actually.
I wouldn't be too sure.
I mean, it has been a while since a Colossus strolled by. You probably wouldn't know about that kind of power.
Oh, yes, the Colossus is... Colossi? I don't know. Right.
And,
Well,
and you
we
definitely
should
haven't
probably-
seen Titan dragons, as she kind of like is leading her way through the sewers.
Titan
No,
dragons.
Quite big.
I've read about them.
Have you ever seen anything of that particular size? I'm changing this woman's
Oh,
accent
no.
so much, I just realized that. It's fine.
Maybe like a building,
I'd go a
but
bit
cities are a
bigger.
lot bigger than buildings.
A bit. I know that we might want to be quiet, but would anybody like a soothing tune, perhaps, after what we just went through?
I would
As
not be
we
opposed to that.
walk. Oh, great.
Play
So I'll
off.
just start playing my lute
Okay. Yeah.
as we walk.
Beginning to play your lute as you kind of continue forward. You are walking down this sewerway that it's honestly well built. These grayish, almost granite stones, like bricks that have been laid into the wall into an almost round shape. And set into the walls, there are small stones. Most of them seem to be a greenish color that are just faintly glowing. Allowing you to move without needing to light up any torches for those of you without dark vision, or the inability to see in the dark. As you guys continue forward, you do hear like the occasional sound of different things down here. Most of them don't sound to be dangerous, but you do hear like the sound of rats and other scavengers seem to be down here.
All right.
Are my eyes still glowing, out of curiosity?
Would you want them to still be glowing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you still have flashlight eyes.
Cool.
I forgot that you did that.
Yeah. With the
How are you doing
faintly
that,
glowing
by the
green
way?
rocks, you are just like a like in this crazy, just a lot of light compared to everything else.
Yeah.
How are you doing that with your eyes?
It's always just kind of. It's just something I can do.
Is that like something all children can do? Or is it like just you specifically?
I think there's some confusion here. I'm not a child.
You're not.
No,
Clearly.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 23.
You're
23.
23?
Oh,
That's
she's older than I am.
whoa.
Not by
What's it
much,
like to
but
be ancient?
Have you guys heard of Dagrid before?
Hagrid.
No. What
Maybe a
is
little bit, but not much.
Grid.
I
Well,
was kind of shut in as a child, just a little bit. Well,
what are they?
it's
uh,
what I am. I'm not a like human child or anything. I'm a Dagrid, and we just look younger.
Huh.
I'm sorry. I assumed that you were younger.
I understand the confusion.
Is there a reason?
Not really that I know of.
Hmm.
It's
I
just
suppose
how
they
it.
can do what they want to.
They may look small, but if you ever had an arm wrestle with one, that is an experience.
Would you like to?
Sure. If we have time to
I'll
stop
pass.
and do an arm wrestle.
Perhaps later after we're done walking.
Once
You can come over to home and
Let's
we
get
can
out
we
of
can
here
come
first.
over to Umbron's place. We can have one day.
once we're well out of way of danger, I'd say then you can have all the fun you want. But let's get out of the immediate
Oops.
danger.
The obsidian rock that may have destroyed the world, as we don't. Oof.
As you guys are continuing forward, you do notice that one of the that Tina, despite the wound in her side, and from the previous session, if you remember, she has an arrow wound in her left shoulder. As she's walking forward, you can see that despite the wounds, she doesn't seem to be walking with any issue. She seems mostly fine. As she is continuing forward, she does kind of like turn over her shoulder and look at you guys and just says, I'd be careful for any, slimes, anything that could come out of the brackish water probably wouldn't be the best. As she just kind of keeps going and says, just keep your eyes peeled. As she just kind of like adjusts and kind of like removes one of her pauldrons and kind of inspects the inside as she's kind of walking.
Don't just say things like that casually.
Limes?
Are
Limes?
slimes dangerous? I've heard of a slime you can make if you mix a special kind of like cornstarch and water. If you mix those two together, then if you put your hand in it gently, it goes in. But if you try to hit it, it hardens. Like, is it that kind of slime, or is it like a different kind of slime? Like, what kind of
No,
slime are
I'm
we
pretty sure that she's talking
This-
about slimes that are alive
This
and
slime
moving.
wants to eat
The
you.
harmful kind.
Like I said, I say we get out of the immediate danger before we.
Perhaps
anything
we hug the
fun.
wall here. Get away from this canal. As I'm gonna scoot to the side.
As Frey just kind of dances over the side. Nice.
Oh,
Okay. If I could get if I could get Ramus and Frey, not Ramus, sorry, Saryxeir and Frey to make me perception checks, that would be great.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would
I
rather
can do
not
that.
be the one to make a perception check.
Same.
that is
So
15.
that's a 1 plus 4. That's a 5.
That's a 5, but it was a natural 1?
Yes, yes it was.
Nice. Okay, so you trying to keep your like kind of your ear out for everything that's going on. You just kind of like feel this pain, and then like a fly just goes directly in your ear. As for you, Frey, you said 15?
Yes.
Okay. As you are kind of going, listening, looking around, you do notice just faintly, on the edge of your perception, just kind of a faint kind of a noise.
You guys hearing this?
What are you hearing?
Hearing
I'll stop playing my
what,
lute.
the-
I'll just be like,
the
what?
fly in my ear? Because that's all I can hear.
No. There's like some
There's a
slurping
fly
going
in your
around. Is anyone stepping in some particularly nasty refuse?
Nasty.
I don't feel anything slimy on my feet. I mean,
I check my feet.
Well,
I don't think so.
There's swarms of skeletons about.
Oh, poor people who are barefoot. Oh my gosh.
I am barefoot, so.
If anyone needs a piggyback ride,
Can who feel?
Can
And he
Can-
feels.
I mean, about as much as your fingernail, probably.
So Ramos probably wouldn't notice him. He's probably stepped in some stuff.
they could feel. I feel bad for horses who got chewed.
Casey,
It does to a certain
Yes.
point.
could
Yeah.
I look around with my flashlight eyes?
Sure, go for it. Make me a perception check.
Cool.
Can I do the same?
Can
Yeah, go
Are
ahead.
there torches around? Like unlit torches?
You can see some. They're about every 100 feet or so, and they're not like just sitting there on the wall, like ready to be lit. There's like small alcoves where there's a single torch that's like waiting for someone to grab.
I got a
Hmm.
12.
Okay. And Evangeline?
I got a 7.
Nice. Okay, the two of you kind of looking around. The water doesn't seem to be super disturbed. It seems mostly fine. And you don't see anything. Like you glance over and you see like a small rat just kind of like running out of like the vision of your lights.
I tell which direction the sound is coming from? Is
I
it
was just going to
above
ask,
us,
like,
below
Frey,
us,
which
behind us,
way?
in front of us?
It seems to be directly in the direction you're going.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, great.
That's nice.
get back. And I'm going to lead the way.
Okay. All right.
I'll have my spear out.
All right. Can I get from everybody a marching order, please?
A what?
Check?
Um,
Marching order.
What order are you walking in?
Could I be looking, like, trying to look over his shoulder curiously about like what's going on? Like, I want to be right behind him.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll
I
be
feel like
providing
I'd
light for
be-
both of them.
I feel like I'd be in the middle because I was playing my lute, so that kind of makes sense.
Okay, so we're
How-
going Frey, Ramus, Rays.
I'll be after Rays.
All right.
how wide are the walkways that we're walking on?
You mostly have to walk in single file, but you could stand next to somebody, especially Rays can probably stand next to someone.
Okay.
Probably can't
Well,
stand
I'll
next to me, though.
probably then I'll probably be taking out the back.
Okay.
More than likely.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So, at this point, I need to actually open something up here. Let me just.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Get a map?
Calm down.
No battle map. We don't need a battle map. There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing to fear.
There's nothing to fear. There's no battle map. No, stop drawing pictures.
What
Okay.
the heck?
I need
Looks
just
like a screensaver.
a moment.
It's Orestes. Orestes is making squares, rectangles.
Oh,
You just
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to
I'll
me.
only ever be able to ping. I don't know how to do anything else.
okay.
Don't lie to the
So-
liar.
Striding forward, you notice off to your to your right, there is an immediate turn down. You do not hear the noise coming from that direction. There's an immediate turn to your right. However, as you are continuing forward, you can see that there are two passageways, and the direct path you have been taking does you've been taking a slightly winding path, but in a general direction. There seems to be kind of a room to your left with two entrances, but you would need to jump the water to get to the other side, or go kind of take a long way around.
How deep is the water?
How far is the water across?
The water is usually anywhere from 5 to 10 feet across. As for how deep it is, how are you checking?
I don't want to check how deep.
I would prefer not to find out.
I'm just looking across.
Am I just like looking in, or is it too murky? Like even with the light.
It's straight up like green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just try jumping across?
Does my 6-foot spear hit the bottom?
Your
If I,
6-foot spear. So you're sticking it in?
Yeah.
Okay. As you kind of put the spear down, it goes down to the 6 feet, and right at the edge of your spear tip, you can touch the bottom.
Extra poison damage from my spear.
Yes.
It just gives them diseases. It doesn't even deal poison damage. They have to make a con save.
Have you heard of the Black Death?
I
Alright, so
recommend
it's
you get the
6 foot deep.
You're an elf, right, Umberon? You're an elf? Half-elf? What are you?
I mean, I could walk through this if I needed to.
Oh, that would kind of be
You
gross,
probably
though.
don't want to walk through it.
No.
Okay,
No
so
walking
there's our
through it.
marching order. Wait.
Yeah,
we're
I'm
headed that
showing
way.
your battle
Okay.
cam currently.
Oh no.
Right up here is where are the two entrances that seem to go into this larger chamber.
Alright.
Although it's a little bit too dark in this area for you to see directly in.
And to ping, where do I hear the slurping sound coming from?
In this direction. You can just hear it somewhere up here.
Oh, up there.
Up here.
Yeah.
Oh, up there.
Could I try something?
Oh, up there. Okay.
Sure, go for it.
Ray's wanted to swim across first.
Not swim. I'm jumping.
Okay,
Wow.
you want to jump to here? Or here?
Yes.
Which one?
The place with the least amount of distance.
Okay, I'll say because you would easily make it there.
You
Okay.
can jump as far as I can.
Yeah,
How
you
far
would
can
easily
I
make it
jump?
there.
You can jump from a standstill 10 feet. I
Oh,
believe.
okay. Yeah, I'll be fine.
I cannot jump that. So.
No, only me and Raze would be able to. If we get a 10-foot running start, we can jump 20 feet.
I don't know. So I'd probably look at the elf and be like, "Can you not do that thing you did at the fountain the other
Wait
day?"
a minute. Wait a minute.
What did I do
No.
at the fountain?
Not you.
Well,
I
I'm an
believe he's
elf.
talking to me.
Stoop man.
Oh, right.
The
Dude,
question
man,
is
listen to
whether or
me.
not this is still considered
Stoop
water.
man.
Who?
Stoop man. I don't know your name. The
Stoop
guy
man?
in the white suit.
Dude, man. We don't know
Dude,
each other's
man.
names.
Oh, you mean the...
Nobody's introduced each other.
Yo,
other
rich
elf.
dude.
Ah,
Didn't you make icy water stairs the other day?
oh, right. You did do that.
Yes,
do that.
I can freeze water, but I have my doubts. This qualifies as water. And as I said, I'm going to note that there's a portal right here and make use of that.
Okay.
Portals. Are we splitting up?
Okay, so yeah, the three of you are kind of huddled right here, kind of squished against the wall, this is awkward, because none of you have moved forward yet.
It's a group hug.
Yeah, it's just a group hug.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Group hug.
Would I assume that both of these areas lead to the same room?
Yes, you would assume they do lead to the same room.
Then I shall take a 10-foot. Does it have to be in the same direction?
I would say so.
Like I run 10 feet and then jump like completely sideways to the way I was running. Does that count?
No, but you can. Oh, like
Nah,
it's a short
you
enough
You
jump
could
that you can
I
probably
could
jump.
jump that.
You could.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can jump it. You're good.
Yourself
All right, I'll
Yeah.
jump to that side.
Okay. Allow me to
Well, can I
reveal
see
a little bit for
anything?
you.
Yeah.
That's the side I want to be on, but there's no way for me to
I
get onto
can-
that side.
Well, since we appear to be splitting up anyways, I guess I will
We don't have
make
to split up. You can come with
a
us.
bridge for you guys right there.
Okay.
Nice.
Although I think I can
And-
only make it like
Okay. So
You
you're
guys on the other side.
okay. Sounds good. If so, Raze, did you step forward or are you not stepping forward?
I did just to see where my character was
Oh,
because
okay,
I couldn't
got it.
see him.
Yeah, no problem. All right. At this point, you're here. This room seems to be the direction you guys need to go in. So,
No.
this whoops. Let me adjust this. Okay.
Which
Allow
way
me
is
to
the lady
move
coming?
our friend.
On
She's
top
right
of the
there.
box.
Friend? Oh, that friend. Okay.
Okay.
I'm staying behind the big metallic man. I trust
Okay.
him.
Perfect. Okay. From
He can protect me.
with a passive perception of 17, Frey, allow me to show you more of the room.
All right.
whoa, how did she get all the way over there? Oh, she just
I
walked.
moved after.
All right. If you would all roll me initiative, please, that would be wonderful.
Oh boy.
What?
Initiative.
Do I have disadvantage on initiative?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Yes, as of currently, yes.
Great.
Mm.
I am having the time of my life right now, guys. That's not terrible.
Well, that was terrible. I got a.
I lied. I was
All
terrible.
right.
25 to 20. Okay, what'd you get eventually?
Angeline.
I got a 20.
Okay. All right. 20 to 15.
I think we all rolled really bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that as a 15 to 10.
Raise
Okay, what did Raisin Frey get?
12.
11.
Okay, so Raise and then Frey. All right. 10 to 5.
That would be me.
Okay, what'd you
I got
get?
8.
And me.
I got
Okay.
a 7.
8,
I
7,
also
and
got
Umberon, what'd you
Wait, never mind. I'm bad at math. I got an 11. I subtracted my initiative instead of adding it for some reason.
get? Okay. And who got the 8? That was Orestes, right?
Yes.
Okay, Orestes. And then I assume it goes Saryxeir and then Ramos.
What's your dexterity, Saryxeir?
It's a 16.
Yep.
All right. So,
I believe that would put Umbron in front of Frey. Because I'm pretty sure Umbron has a higher dex than I do.
I
will do.
And I sure do going
I have
last.
a 14.
warning people, I have no spells. So, good luck.
Yeah,
At
question.
least you're not poisoned.
How
Yeah,
does
that's true.
rage come back? Do you need a long rest?
Yes, you need a long
yeah,
rest.
you need a long rest.
Oh no, guys.
How many
Did
did
you
you
already
have?
raged twice?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
raged
she did.
twice.
She didn't realize that you have to be hit to keep rage.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I did realize that, but there's no way for me to.
Okay.
How about we
Okay.
run?
Okay.
We're gonna be. we're gonna be
Evangeline, go ahead. At this point, you do not know anything is going on, but take your turn as if
fine.
You
Yeah,
don't know
you're
that.
way far back there.
I am. Okay, I'm going to step forward just up to, let's see, how far can I get on it? We're just gonna go like 25 feet of our movement right there. Because Do I know why are we changing over to that little thingy? Is it because we're hearing noises ahead, or is it?
So changing over to what little thingy?
So everybody jumped over the sewage to the other thing. Why are they doing that? I'm so confused.
I didn't
Because
jump, I walked across this ice bridge.
I did too.
Nice bridge.
I'm just staying behind the big metal man.
But
That's
like,
the
was
only
there
reason.
a reason that we moved, or are they
Because
just
in
moving?
front
so
of you is
you
a
do
dead
need to
end.
go over
I'll
into
go
this
ahead
room.
without going on this
In
side.
front of you is a dead end.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
dead end right here.
Basically, we're turning.
Yeah, you do
Okay.
need to go over here.
Alrighty, then I will just stick right there. Not in the water. Get out of the water. Thank you. That would be disgusting.
Right, you don't want to get your nice dress all covered in sewage?
No, she would have her own rage.
Called the ambiance.
Okay. And so you're just gonna kind of step across. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Do I like see anything? Like, can I tell anything's wrong from anybody's reaction or no?
Where are you? Would you ping that, please? I did not see where you moved.
Find Arestus.
I'm right next to Arestus. Yeah. So
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know
got
how
it.
to ping. How do I do that? Do I just
Yeah,
check?
you're
I
good.
think she's hit.
Okay.
Hold the
But,
click.
From there, make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. That wasn't very good. Oh
And
yeah,
I-
with disadvantage, that's a natural one.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything. You're just kind of confused. All right. Moving on to Raze. You're up.
Wow. Okay, where? Oh, she moved over there. Okay. So like, is these two lines? Is that a bridge?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk right here.
Okay. Allow me to reveal some stuff to you.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh no,
Okay.
there's more
And
of them.
allow me to immediately make some surprise attacks on you.
No. Oh, no. Wait, no, please.
No, just chill. Just chill. It's fine.
No.
Flanking us. These rats know the tactics.
Casey,
Yeah.
Umbron needs to be turned up a little bit.
Okay. Got it.
Thank you.
Will do. Oops. No, don't do that.
At first it was like
Oh.
oh, no, don't do that. And now it's like no, please don't do that.
So could we get some music?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Allow me to give you some music.
Oh, music.
Thank you.
Battle theme.
Arestus just pulls out his lyre. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. He can't even see what's going on.
Okay, so
Great.
at this point,
Great
I need to
song.
make 2 attacks on you.
You missed both of them.
I could miss both of them, but they are at advantage because they are flanking.
Oh.
The first one
Is
does
there-
totally miss you.
Okay.
Okay.
The second one, that is a...
Question, DM,
Yes.
could I possibly use portal versatility?
To
To
what?
redirect an attack?
Not from there.
Not from right here?
Yeah, not from right there.
It said within 20 feet.
Well, sure. I will allow you to try.
Aren't these surprise attacks though?
Oh, they are.
Oh, yeah.
Attacks.
They are surprise attacks, so yeah, you don't get to redirect.
That's- Thank you,
Um,
Deanna.
That is a 21 on to hit you, Raise, which I believe hits.
Yeah. That hurts.
You take 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Don't you dare go catatonic on us again.
How many was that? 6? That's a 10.
Okay, it's a 10. Okay. For 1 round, I'm going to say you are stunned.
Okay.
For 1 round, but basically, you as you step out, you hear the as the like some sort of a like sloshing noise in the water, and then something like leaps past you, and something bites onto your leg.
Okay.
And your eyes, like the pain, like immediately your mind goes to some memories from a while ago.
Mhm.
And at this point, it is now. Where did my at this point, it is this thing's turn.
Real quick, how much damage was it?
6.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. All right. And that is that thing's turn. It is now Tina's turn. 1, 2, and she is going to take an attack from this thing, which misses. Okay. It is Frey's turn. No, Umbreon. Sorry, Umbreon first, then Frey.
Have either of these rats up here been attacked yet?
No.
Okay, wanted to make sure.
The person between them has.
Yes, that's why
Ten.
I would like to remedy that if possible. I guess I will Mind Sliver the one in front of her.
Okay.
I need an intelligence saving throw.
Yes, that is an 8.
That does not pass. So it takes 6 psychic damage.
Okay. So you reach out doing this like this blast of attack against this thing's mind, and you watch as it just kind of and it falls off into the sludge beneath.
Oh well, that was easy.
All right. Frey, you are up unless you have anything else you'd like to do on your turn, bro.
Nope, that is it for me.
Okay, Frey, you're up.
Right. So I see this thing in front of me, correct?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Is this what was making the sounds, or is that
You're
still farther
fairly
away?
certain.
Okay. So what am I standing on? Is it a box, or is it just part of the map, or?
No, it's a box. You're standing about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. 5 feet off the ground. I would like to jab at this thing then
Okay, make me an attack.
with my spear. Does a 17 hit?
It does. Roll damage.
All right. 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you jab forward, the spearhead thrusting into this thing, and then you pull it out, and you watch as the gel kind of slime this thing's made of just kind of sticks back together.
Yep. Okay, that figured to be really effective. I'm just gonna try to prevent it from getting past me if it tries to do that, but I will remain on the high ground.
Okay, sounds good. It is now the rat's turn.
I'll also shout back to the people behind me. We have some company. Prepare yourself.
Okay. And then Raise, you are going to take another attack.
Can I redirect this one?
Sure.
Nice.
So what are you, you're just simply redirecting it, or what are you doing?
Yeah, it's going while it takes a bite at her, I'm going to just make a little portal right in front of its head and then another one in the water, so that it just bites water.
Okay. It bites water. It like comes back. It's like doesn't look very happy about that. Okay. Tina does take an attack, however.
I can't help that.
Yes. Okay. You do hear Tina just kind of grunt in pain. It is Arrestus' turn.
Arrestus. Can I tell if these are intelligent or not? I'm guessing they're not.
They are rats, so I would say you would think no.
No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull out my rapier and like prepare it because
Okay.
they're not intelligent, or I assume they're not. And I'm going to use, I think, my last bardic inspiration because I think I only used 3 last time on Frey.
Okay. Frey, you are bardically inspired.
And that will be my turn.
All right, Saryxeir, you're up.
It's my turn. I'm gonna move there to the edge of this little island that we're on.
Go for it.
Can I see the rat attacking Tina?
Yes. It does have half cover currently, but yes.
Okay. I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Gust on it and try to push it into the water.
Okay. All right.
So
Does it make a save?
succeed. Oh wait. It's not within 30 feet of me, so never mind. I take that back. I'm gonna cast Frostbite, so it makes a Constitution saving throw.
All right. That is a 13.
That does not save. It takes 1d6 of cold and has disadvantage on its next weapon attack
Okay.
that it makes before the end of its next turn. It takes 1 cold damage. I'm really strong today.
Yeah, so you just kind of like reach out and this, like, you see some like cold appear around it. It doesn't seem happy, but it seems mostly fine. All right. Ramus, you're up.
All right. Time for my favorite time. The only thing I ever do.
Steal my stuff.
Gonna portal.
A rat.
Alright, and I'm not currently near any rats. How is Ray's looking exactly? Like, would I be able to tell she's having issues?
Because it's happening so quickly, I don't think so.
Alright. And I can I see the cube thing over there or no? The slime thing?
Yes, because you're so tall, yes, for sure.
Yeah, okay, checks out. There's really not a lot I can do about that. I'll meet you guys on the other side, and then I'm just gonna run. Yeah,
Okay.
it feels bad, but what you gonna do?
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
All right, it is Evangeline, back to you.
Okay then. Alright. I heard him say that we had trouble. Can I like
Yes.
step up behind him and see behind him, or is there no chance of that?
You can step up close and you can barely see over the box.
Can I see the slime?
Yes, you can.
Okay, then I will move over there. And we're gonna pull out our second pistol around our waist. So she pulls it out of the holster, and she holds it up, and she just quickly like cocks it back and fires it. And she's going to use Witch Bolt with that one.
Okay.
So let me make
So I
sure
believe you make a
my-
ranged spell attack.
Yes, I do. $15 to hit.
That does hit. Roll damage.
Okay, and I think it's 1d12 lightning.
Nice.
Yeah, and then on each consecutive turn, as long as you are concentrating on it, you can use a bonus action to deal that damage again.
I think it's action.
And I did roll a 12 for damage. Do I add anything? I don't think so. It's only with the
No.
Eldritch Blast, right? Okay.
Nope. You do not add any damage. Yeah, you plot this. You plot your second pistol,
It is your action.
quickly ramming back the hammer and firing as the blast, as this immense column of like lightning comes out of the pistol, just blasting past your leg, Frey. It slams into the thing, and you see like a lot of the slime of this thing kind of like evaporate immediately.
Nice.
And is that your turn, Evangeline?
I use my free action to just like call out to Raze and be like, "Are you all right? What's happening over there?"
Okay, sounds good. Raze, it is your turn, but you are stunned, and so it skips directly past your turn.
Can't talk.
It is... Okay, Frey, I need you to make me a contested grapple check.
Right. Ooh, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration for that one. Oh, okay. This is gonna be great. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's a 10.
Okay, so you have steps forward, like ready to take this thing on, and then you watch as quicker than you expected, the slime comes over the box, and consumes you into itself. So you are now just kind of floating in this space. You're 9 feet tall, but this thing expands to take you in. Upon that, you immediately take... sorry, that's cocked. You take 7 points of acid damage immediately.
Okay, bubbling around me, the acid may seem to deal damage to me, but it's not quite as much as I should be feeling, thanks to my Metalier resistance against acid.
Yeah, you are good. And it is going to use its bonus action to hit you one more time for another 7 acid damage.
All right. Ouchie, this thing starts to hurt, guys. I
Um,
rolled a 2 and a 1 for my grapple check.
oh, that sucks. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it is Tina's turn. She's going to make an attack on this rat. And she deletes it off the face of the planet. Umbron, you are up. Umbron may have frozen.
Oh, is it my
No.
turn?
Yeah.
Yes, never mind. You're good. It is your turn.
Okay. I apparently stopped being frozen as soon as you said that conveniently.
Oh, cool.
We summoned you.
Yes. Okay, I am going to mind spec the other rat, but Casey, for flavor, if you're okay with this, I'm going to do it by speaking to it in Palin and just kind of
Okay.
projecting how much it sucks to be poisoned for 3 days. Just
Nice,
really
yeah.
drive that into its soul.
Okay, yeah, for
So
sure.
I need to make an intelligence saving throw.
That is an 18.
Oh, well, that passes.
Okay.
Not lying
Um,
to you.
It's like
Late.
you get the like brief sense back from this thing that like imagine living in a sewer. Is like basically what you get back from this thing. And Frey, it's your turn.
All Right. I'm just grappled, right?
You are currently
My-
grappled. You can attempt to break free.
Yeah, I'd
That
like
will
to
be
break
your
free.
action.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Or can I just attack it from in here?
Yes, at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. No, I'd like to try to break free. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so you are rolling a contested grapple here.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, great. We're doing so well, guys.
We're really
I
good.
got 11.
Okay, you struggle kind of flailing, but you don't like move. Like you don't feel the ground. You don't seem to like make your way out of this.
Goodness gracious, this sucks.
This is what should have happened to Ramus last session.
Let's see. Is there anything I can do about this?
You just stole all the good luck, Ramus. Get out of here.
I'm trying.
Yeah. I don't think there's a lot I can do. Unfortunate.
Okay.
I'll just
Then
take all its damage for you guys. Yep.
Appreciate it.
On to, I believe.
That's fair.
Ooh, Saryxeir?
Oh. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, the
So, I'm going to make an attack against Tyna. That is actually going to hit. So that is
Stop getting Tyna, guys.
okay. And then against Raze, that's going to miss. And then I'm making 2 attacks against you, Ramus. Okay, I rolled a 18 naturally.
Okay.
And the other one I rolled a 20 on naturally. So
Can
this
I attempt to redirection rift the crit?
you can attempt to.
Or would I have had to say that before I knew?
I'll say you can try to, but because it is a crit, I will want you to make me an Arcana check.
See here, first Arcana check. 14?
14. Okay, I'll allow you to redirect it.
Nice. Let me roll my dex save then. 16.
Okay, yeah, you do not take damage, although I'm going to say in the moment you're not allowed to direct it at another creature.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. You do take 8 points of piercing damage from the other rat.
Ow!
I rolled max damage for that attack, so
Ow! 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 It jumped right on my tail.
yes. Yeah, so like this one comes towards you and you like are barely able to put out a portal and it kind of jumps through and kind of ends up like just to the side of you. And the other one, as you're doing this, just clamps down on your tail. At this point, it is Orestes' turn.
Oh, great.
So you do see Frey is now consumed by this thing.
Yes. How much is the slime like? Is it like? I don't know. How big is it compared to how big is Frey? Like, is there obvious places I can hit the slime and not Frey?
Yeah,
Basically.
there are obvious places that you can hit the slime and not Frey. Yes.
Okay. Then I will attempt to do just that.
Okay.
Where's my other dice? Right there. Let's see. That is a 14. Or not 14. 16. Does that hit?
That does.
Cool. That is 8 points of piercing damage with my rapier.
Okay. So
And
8
that
points
will be
of...
my turn.
Okay. All right. So you jab this thing, like stabbing into it, and it pierces in. You pull it out, and the same kind of thing just sticks back together. Saryxeir, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to... cast Ray of... If I were to make a ranged spell attack, would this be at disadvantage where I am currently?
Yes.
And if I move away, it gets an opportunity, correct?
You do not know, but you can assume so.
I'm gonna use my... I'm gonna Hexblade Curse the slime.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack it with my longsword.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Here's hoping it goes well. Does a 9 hit?
It does not.
I thought it might not.
Unfortunately, so you swing, and as you do, like, you swing and you see, like, at this point, this is kind of right at the same moment Orestes attacked, and like not Umberon, Frey's still like flailing in there, and you see it kind of just shift, and you just miss entirely. Okay, Ramus, you're up. You are surrounded by 2 rats.
Did Umbron have a turn?
Yes.
Okay. This is less than ideal. I'm gonna do my due, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out of here.
Okay.
And as I run, I'm going to use my last reaction to cast Shield.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm assuming these guys are gonna get opportunity attacks.
Yes, as you leave, they get opportunity attacks on you.
Amazing.
One of those is a 10.
That doesn't hit.
And the other one is a 14.
Those don't... I didn't even need shield. That's wonderful. But I already said I did.
You can only cast shield if you are taking damage,
Oh, really?
I think. So, technically it
There's
never
a
triggered.
Specific
Because it's a reaction that needs to have a specific thing that prompts.
Oh, okay. So I
When
didn't
you are
use
hit
that?
by an attack. Yeah.
Or
you,
targeted
you
by
couldn't
the
have
magic
cast
missile
shield.
spell.
Alright. So, I guess I didn't cast shield. I did still run, though.
Yes.
4, 5, 7, 8, 9. I'm using my dash action to run.
Okay.
There we go. That's how far I can get.
Okay. You can, in fact, see over here. Allow me to change the battle map for those who are watching so they can kind of see a little bit better what is being seen at this moment. Okay. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Okay. At this point, make sure, yep. You can see that up over here. You can see a couple, you can see the doorways here.
Alright.
And there are some barrels and crates behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's more focused on getting away from the rats because they hurt.
Yes.
Ow. Ow, ow.
Evangeline, you are up next.
Rats hurt. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Slime's
Okay.
doing pretty good too.
So you, in order to keep the Witch Bolt going, you have to use your action to strike with the Witch Bolt.
I am out of first level spell slots, so I cannot.
It doesn't.
It doesn't require a spell slot. It's just concentration.
So you
Oh, does
just
it?
you concentrate for like an entire minute, and for that entire minute you can just make the lightning. You can make it take 1d8 or whatever 1d12
1d12,
lightning
yeah.
damage.
Okay, so would I not do anything else except for focus on the Witch Bolt?
You can move.
So you have to. You can move, but you have to use your action to do that. Otherwise, the Witch Bolt stops existing.
That's annoying. How much damage does Eldritch Blast do again?
A D10
D10.
plus for you
Plus your charisma modifier.
Okay, we are. Well, the lightning did do a lot to it. Okay, we're just gonna keep the lightning going, and as a
Okay.
bonus, I am going to. Oh, actually, I don't know why I would do that. So we're just gonna roll damage. Pretty good. That's 7 damage.
Nice. Okay.
And then.
Lightning.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So as you blast this thing with this, like kind of concentrating your hands, the black gloves, like you can actually feel the heat coming from the concentration around like this lightning in your hands. It's kind of sparking between the gloves fingers, and you watch as the slime again just kind of like pulses, and Frey, if you would also take 7 points of lightning damage, that would be great.
Yeah, I was afraid
That's
of
what I
that.
was afraid
Okay.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
why I didn't use an ice spell.
I am officially bloodied.
Okay, and then Evangeline, you said you had a bonus action?
I'm not
lived
gonna use
longer
my
than
bonus,
I would've.
but I would like to.
I've tanked 21 points of damage.
Can
Yeah.
I?
But
I'm gonna.
some of that was resisted for me, so.
Okay, actually, would you allow me to use Magic Stone and then throw a pebble over the wall, or is that too much?
No, that would be too much, because Magic Stone, you create them, but you can't then
And
attack.
then I can't do anything. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
technically, that wall is not. It goes up to the ceiling, I would
Oh,
assume.
it does?
Yeah, it goes up to the
Does it?
ceiling.
Okay. Then I am going to just call out to Raze again and start, like, making my way back. Actually.
Okay.
No, she's just gonna, like, yell out to Raze again.
Okay.
We're kind of trapped on this little section.
Okay. You do so. Raze, it is your turn, and you are no longer stunned.
Well, let's go. First, I'm gonna try to attack the rat boy.
Okay. Making your attack roll.
Alright.
Just for the viewers, mind the beep, I'm going to switch my earbuds here. All right.
Okay. That would be an 18 to hit.
That does hit. Yeah, roll damage.
Sweet. Let's see here. Alright, damage would be 8, and before I do that, I'm just gonna yell, "I'm good," and then swing it at it.
Yeah, so you yell, "I'm good," and then you just smash this rat in half. Like, you hit it, the rat just like flies apart. Yeah, it's dead.
Me and Raze
alright.
have a similar
And-
thing.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna start moving towards these rats right here.
Okay. You still have your
So
full
I'm
movement,
gonna-
so go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there.
Okay. Next up, it is. Allow me to just get rid of this annoying box, and I'll show you a tiny bit of that room. Okay. So at this point, it is Slime Boy's turn. As its action, it is going to deal you some nice damage. That is full damage I just rolled. That is 8 points of acid damage.
All right.
It's not
And
good.
that actually, it's going to use half of its. It's going to use half of its movement to drag you towards the water.
Oh, that's depressing. Okay.
Not very
And now it is Tyna's turn. She is going to make an attack roll on this rat. That is going to miss. And miss. You have an opportunity attack on the slime if you would like.
Ooh, yes, I would like. I would
You
very
do-
much like.
I do want you guys to make it with disadvantage. And if you roll too low, you will hit Frey.
Okay, so am I getting an opportunity attack as well?
Yeah, you can punch your fist into the slime if you want.
This is
Do
why I should
it.
have used my stone, dang it. Opportunity attacks.
I got a 16 to hit.
That hits.
With
Yeah, that
disadvantage.
hits.
I
That
got a
is 8 damage.
10? Okay, so you deal 8 damage. Roll damage for me, Saryxeir.
I
Oh,
was hoping I roll low. What am I? I'm using. That's a D. Oh. It's a 7. 7
Okay.
slashing.
Frey, you take 7 slashing damage.
I am down.
ah,
I had
No.
5 hit points.
Okay.
hey,
Can't-
we
So-
have few hit point buddies.
So you swing the longsword going through the slime and connecting. You watch as it kind of connects with like Frey's side, and you watch as his like eyes just kind of roll back in his head, and he stops struggling.
No. Frey!
Man, sucks to be on that side of the room.
Really do.
Okay. It
I'm so
is
sorry, I'm leaving you all behind.
Umbron. It is your turn.
Good.
Caven, you're up.
Run.
Caven.
Caven. Umbron, buddy.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I think he muted us or something. So, all right, we will just skip him,
I'm gonna
and we will go.
text him.
Oh,
Oh, I think
Oh,
he's
again, I am now. As soon as you say that.
Okay, it is your
You
turn.
don't look frozen to us is the weird thing.
Yeah, you're just sitting there.
Yeah, I didn't know that I was frozen that time. Do I have any indication that anything is happening over here?
You are probably hearing them be quite upset about something.
Because I feel like I'm not too worried about these rats, but there's kind of a ruckus over here. Okay, for one question, would I be able to use my breath attack in such a way that I could hit these 2 rats but not raise?
I would say if you can move past Raise, yes. But if Raise is in the way, no.
Okay.
But Raise can take it. Just hit her with it.
I'd rather not be that player.
She's
Ouch.
fine. She's a barbarian. She's got like 40 health right now.
I mean, it's half movement to move through her space, right?
To move through her space, yes.
Yeah, so that means I wouldn't be able to get past her.
All right.
I'm trying to think of a way to justify coming over here because I know that side needs my help more.
When you move up here, you would see this slime.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll be like, oh, that's probably more of a problem than these rats that die in one hit. And because this thing does not appear to have a brain, and I don't know if Mind Spike will work on it, I'm going to come up to it and try to stab it.
Okay. Make an attack roll with disadvantage because it is in motion.
That is I have a +5. I'm not used to using my sword. Yes, that is a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
Great. Okay, give me a sec. This one. This one. This one. And this. Okay, nope. Good. Supposed to cancel out. Okay, that is 13 slashing damage.
Okay. Okay. You stab it. It does not look great. It is still up though. You can see it like slowly starting to like melt away. it would be Frey's turn if you would make me a death saving throw.
No.
As long as it's not a 1.
That is a failure.
Okay, that is 1 failed death save. For those of you who don't know Dungeons & Dragons too well, 3 failed death saves means your character is dead entirely, unless there are certain spells used. All right, it is Umberon's turn. Oh wait, Umberon just went. Sorry. It is now the rat's turn.
I'll take another turn.
No, you're
If
good.
that is the will of the god.
No.
Wait. Whose turn is it?
It will be Orestes' turn next.
Oh.
And this thing's going to stay here because those portals are terrifying. And it's this one's going to attack Raise. Raise, that is a 23 to hit you.
Nice.
Okay, allow me to roll damage here. That is 5 points of piercing damage, and I need another Wisdom save.
Oh right, I almost forgot about that.
How? It happens every time you get hit.
That's a 14.
Okay, you succeed. You do not
That's raging.
collapse.
I'm just
Okay.
fine, guys.
Orestes, you are up.
I am going to move up just to the side here, and I'm going to attack the slime again.
Okay.
Avoid hitting Mr. Metal Man, hopefully.
Okay. This is again disadvantage. If you roll too low, you will hit Frey as well.
I got an 11. Does that hit?
It does not. Still roll damage for me though.
2. I guess 4.
4 damage. Okay. So you fail 1 death save, Frey.
No.
Ooh, doing great.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because I know this is a stretch, so feel free to say no. Because Frey has a wild magic dagger, can I use Tides of Chaos to give him advantage instead of me?
Sure. I'll allow it this time. So he has advantage on his next death save.
Yay. Hopefully you don't cast Fireball with that, but hopefully you also don't die.
Okay. Saryxeir, you're up.
Could I use Gust to try and push Frey out of the slime?
Yeah, you can try, for sure.
Boy.
That, except for it pushes him away from me. Into the water, which that's bad. That's
diagonally.
It doesn't matter where I stand. I'm pushing Frey into the water, and an unconscious person in the water is not a good thing.
Wait,
I mean,
where
you
are
could jump in the
He
water
goes over
and then use it.
I'm here. I could jump into the water, but that's most of my body in the water.
Hey,
You know,
I mean,
like sidestep over here.
there's
Yeah.
not like
I have to
sewage
get
sharks
back
or
to you.
anything.
Don't lie to me, Casey. Don't lie to me. I can't. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and push Frey using Gust.
Okay. So I need you to make me. This is going to be basically a ranged spell attack. It's going to be up against its strength modifier, up against its strength, like a athletics check, basically.
Boy, okay, here we go. Roll 20. Don't do me dirty. That was a nat 20.
Nice. Okay.
So that
That-
comes to a 26.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to tell you. I looked at the number, and I was like, Frey's staying in that thing. And then you rolled a nat 20 because I rolled a natural 18.
Oh.
So you... Okay, successfully, the slime stays here. I'm just going to shift to the side so I can move Frey. But Frey is in the water currently.
Okay.
It pushes him 10 feet, correct?
Is
It
his
pushes
head above
just
the
5.
water?
Just 5.
5. Okay.
It's
Is his head above the water?
Yeah, because he's like 9 feet tall, right?
Not.
Yes, but
Yeah, but
he's
he's
going in
unconscious.
sideways, and he just basically sinks immediately. Because he's
Okay.
made of basically metal.
Okay.
Well, at least he's not in the slime, I guess.
I am then going to this could be a very bad. It will be a very bad thing if I do this. So I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Nope. I'm not gonna do that.
Ramus, you're up. You did just hear a splash of a large amount into the water, though you cannot see over here anymore.
I cannot help you. But, like, can I offer you this bear in this trying time?
Take a bear.
No. The bear does not do anything. Are you doing anything over here?
I'm trying to stay in character. Is there anything cool looking in this area over here?
There's some crates that are not opened.
But, like, anything, just nothing out in the open, it's just these crates?
Nope, just the crates.
Alright, cool. Pretty sure Ramus would go over here and
Alright.
just, like, peek inside this room. Anything in here?
More crates and a staircase.
Yeah, more crates and a staircase. Okay.
There is old writing to the left side of the staircase entranceway, but from this distance you cannot see it.
I'm gonna dash over there then. Writing,
Okay.
I love writing.
Your next turn, you can use an investigation check to read it.
Amazing.
Um,
I was just help he landed. I'm so sorry.
Evangeline, you're up.
Hey, the person with the least amount of strength is gonna try and lift that guy out of the water.
No,
Okay.
lightning bolt the thing.
But why? He's gonna die if I leave him in the water.
Can't say anything.
So let's see.
You don't have the least amount of. Wait, do you have the least amount of strength?
Oh yeah, I can almost guarantee it.
Is it less than 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so she's gonna be like, oh, I hate slimes, and she's gonna pocket both pistols and just like jump in the water in her skirt.
Okay.
And then she's gonna like swim over to him. She's gonna hold her hat on her head.
Okay.
And then she's going to try and get underneath him and lift him with her back. So like,
Okay.
if she can.
Yeah. Make me a strength check. This would be athletics,
Okay.
actually.
Athletics, okay. That's okay. That's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay. So his face comes out of the water, but that's about it. And from the exertion, I'm going to reduce the amount of time you can be underwater by half.
Okay, so how much is that?
So it's your Constitution modifier by minutes.
Okay. I have a minute. We're fine.
1 plus your con.
Yes.
Then
Raise, you are up.
All right, I'm a little occupied, so I would probably not be over there. I am going to attack this rat too.
Okay.
So.
Are you gonna? Ryan, move your character so that she's not standing on top of me,
That
so that we
is
know
a
where she
17
is.
to hit.
That hits Raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Kind of want to throw it soon. Damage would be 11.
Okay, yeah. You don't even like slice this thing because it's not worth it. You just kind of like stomp on it and then just like kick it off into the water.
Oh yeah. Power
And anything
move.
else you want to do?
Yeah, I am gonna actually run into this portal.
The portals are gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the portals will be gone at this point.
Then I'll just be right up here.
All right.
Is there
At
any way
this,
I could
any way you could have what?
attack with like a bonus action at all?
No, you unfortunately do not have access to that.
Yet.
Yes. And now it is the slime's turn. It is going to go after Umbron. If you would make me a contested grapple check, that would be great.
Ah, well, that would actually not be great. Because I have disadvantage on them. Ah, that appears to be a. Do I have a 6?
Okay. Yeah, so you see like his head pop out of the water and you have this moment of like kind of relief, and then suddenly from the side you're just engulfed by slime. And you immediately take 8 points of acid damage.
Right.
And and Tina is going to attack this rat. She kills it. And it is Umbron's turn.
Well, wait, what am I allowed to do while it's eating me?
You can try to get out with an action, or you can attack it with disadvantage while in it.
Okay. Is that worse disadvantage than I usually have?
No, you just have disadvantage like usual.
Oh, okay. Well then, how many points of damage did you say I took? I couldn't quite hear it.
You took 8.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Absorb Elements.
Okay.
To half that, and then I'm going to give that damage right back to it.
Okay.
By attempting to attack it.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
You're in it.
I know, I rolled with disadvantage.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Oh yeah.
I always have
disadvantage on
disadvantage, so it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Okay, wait, is that an extra D6 from Absorb Elements?
Yes. But it's of the type that you took, so it would be acid damage.
Yeah, so it probably resists that because it feels it, but oh well.
Okay.
Wow, that is not very good. So that is 0, 8, minus 3, 5. Yeah, that is 8 damage, but 3 of it is acid damage.
Okay. All right. So you kind of like, as it absorbs you, you like are able to kind of like use some of your magic to kind of like have some of the damage you take, and then immediately you kind of just like flail with your arm swinging to the side, and then you feel as the slime just kind of melts off of you, and it begins just, it seeps to the ground. It is inanimate.
Yay! A little late, but yay!
Okay. It is Frey's turn. If you would make me a death saving throw.
All right.
With advantage.
I do have advantage. That is an 11. So
that succeeds.
Good
by
grief.
1.
Panic.
Yeah.
Panic.
And
apparently,
Raise, this rat is going to attack you. Okay, Raise. I just hit you for a crit, but it's a rat.
Oh.
Crit rat.
It hurt.
Oh, Raze is gonna go catatonic again.
They hurt, just so you know.
Okay, that is 9 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay, I'm still alive. I am very bloodied though.
Okay,
Is that a
and
wisdom save?
Yes,
that is a wisdom save.
Wish me luck, guys. 12.
Look,
Okay, 12. You are still up.
I'm
Okay.
fine, guys. I don't even know what you're worried about.
Orestes, you are up.
Worried.
I am going. Oh, well, I need the right thing. There we go. I am going to attempt to reach in, grab his arms, and then attempt to pull.
Okay, make me
him
a
out.
strength check.
Oh,
Stabilize
7.
him.
7. You grab on. His head's definitely out of the water, but he's not out of the sewerage.
I'm gonna look behind me and be like, could I get some help? This guy's a big metal man.
Saryxeir, you're up.
I'll move me to the side slightly, because that's where I would be.
I'm going to move right there next to him, and I'm going to give him my potion of healing.
Okay. All right. You roll the healing, but Frey, you come back to consciousness.
It's 2d4, right?
Yeah. So you breathe in air, immediately start choking on sewage and healing potion.
You have seven hit points. Right? Because it's a 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. You are not dead.
I just want to see what my next roll would have been. Oh, I would have succeeded. Okay.
Okay. Ramus, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna try to read the writing on the wall.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
All right. That's a nat 20, making it a 23.
Okay. You have to. You kind of have to wipe away at some of the grime. Kind of have to actually kind of you actually kind of take some of your sleeve and have to kind of rub away at some of it. But eventually the words read Upper Tunnel's Mine. And it is Evangeline. You're up.
Is this massive metal man off of me yet?
No, he just woke up.
I haven't been able to stand up yet.
She's just gonna elbow him really hard in the ribs and probably bruise herself horribly. But she's gonna do it because she's underwater and she hates it.
Deals 7 damage.
Kills immediately.
She's not gonna hit him hard enough to cause damage, but be like, okay, get off. I'm underneath you in the water.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
And this yummy water.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. I don't think she can really move because she's holding him out of the water still.
Mm-hmm.
So is that it? Is that all I can do?
Yeah, that's it. That's your turn.
Okay.
Cool. Raise, it is your turn.
Alright, let me try to take care of this last rat.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Big ass shield.
Yeah, we're good.
The rat casts
silvery barbs.
And that is another 11 damage.
Okay. Yeah, all these rats, you've just you smash that last one, and this one you just kind of pick up and you're just smash against the wall a little bit and then just chuck it in the sewage.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me transition our stream back because you are no longer in combat.
All right.
Okay.
First thing I will do is get off of Evangeline and help her back onto the platform.
Okay.
I'm gonna help pull everyone out that needs help.
Nice.
Evangeline is like just fuming. She is so mad right now. Like she is just soaked in sewage water, and she's just gonna like stomp away like little shuffles, like squishy, you know, in her boots. So she's
Do any of
done.
us know prestidigitation?
I doubt it. I don't think so.
I think I do. I do. Okay.
I
It's
would
time for me to
personally
start
recommend
cleaning
you.
people. Just be like, get this sewage out of here.
Okay, so you're
I
just
don't
cleaning
believe
everybody.
it's very sanitary
Yeah.
to bathe in sewage.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with my own hands because I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you clean yourself off, and then you like clean off Evangeline, and Evangeline's just sitting there like, just like stiff, all angry as you're just like slowly cleaning this off. Nice.
Ramus pokes his head out of the room. He's in. He's just like, guys, are you okay? The stairs up this way. I found the stairs. I found the exit. We're saved.
Check to make sure the stairs aren't hostile.
I don't think they are. They haven't attacked me.
Oh, thank
What's
goodness.
taking you guys so long?
I'm
Well-
gonna climb out and
Several of us
just
felt the
sit
need to take a
down
bath.
against the wall for
Okay.
a second and catch my breath.
All right, will do.
I'm gonna start cleaning him off.
I can take water you a chair if you want.
All right. Yeah, you guys quickly just kind of take a breather here. A very close shave with death for Frey.
Frey.
In fact, for
tanked
quite a few of
40
you guys.
points of damage. I tanked 40 points of damage in that fight.
Yeah, I'm bloody.
I'm just fine. I keep getting through these encounters without any sort of anything.
Yeah, I think most of you have taken quite a bit of damage at this point.
Hee 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 ha.
I'm gonna look
Yes.
around at everyone and just be like, I don't know about you, but I could use a bath soon. That isn't here. This is nasty. And then I'm gonna start like heading over to Ramus.
Okay.
Can I go up to Frey and just be like, "Are you okay?" She's still super mad, but she's trying to hide.
Make a deception check.
Oh, she's good.
Frey wants
Let's
to
hope
know
she
how
rolls
well
well.
you're hiding.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, no.
19.
That's also a 19.
Does meat beat or does
I
it not?
don't
in
know
this
what
case?
that does. I
would-
believe
would
in
like-
contested
I'd
ability
say
check,
it's
nothing
uncertain.
changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're uncertain.
Nothing changes. I know she's mad. I could just tell because I would be mad doing the same thing for someone I don't know. So, Prey owes her a debt that he will try to pay off.
She did
But-
ask you a question though.
I am as fine as can be in this situation.
Okay, and then she's just gonna like nod and then kind of like pat you on like the ribs. That's as far as she can reach, and then she's gonna just walk away.
Oh, you're towering over me right now. I'm sitting on the ground.
Yeah,
Oh, you
he's
are?
sitting
Okay.
down.
And she's just gonna pat you on the shoulder and then just leave.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd probably walk up and be like, Frey, I thought we talked about not doing this ever again.
Oh, I owe you my life as well. So we'll see how many debts I can rack up during this adventure.
Let's try to keep it to just the one, please.
How about we don't rack up deaths? I don't
It's
know
not
about you,
keep-
but I don't love death.
This is not a race to the end of your life.
Yeah. Trust me. I have. This might sound mean, but I have other reasons to live more than you guys.
That's presumptuous
More sewer
of
to
you.
explore, I assume.
But I appreciate your concern. But we need to get moving, and then I'm gonna climb to my feet, and then we're gonna head off.
I
Okay.
would offer you a helping hand to stand up, but I don't think I could.
You'd probably just pull him to the ground.
He'd probably pull me
Probably.
directly into the wall.
Face plants into the wall, yeah.
I will
Nice.
say Rage is probably looking a little more cheerful than usual right now. She's like, I finally did something.
Did the murder.
Quick,
Yeah, I'll
quick
walk up to
question.
Raze.
Yeah, real quick question for Raze. Does
Mhm.
Raze eat rats?
They are edible.
Does Raze eat rats?
But big
She
sewer
probably
rats,
would
no.
have in the past, but maybe not now.
Not big
I've been
mutated
feeding
sewer
you well,
rats.
so it's okay. I don't think she would anymore.
All right. Evangeline, you were saying something, I believe?
Oh, yeah.
While he's waiting for you guys.
I'm gonna walk up to Raze and just kind of like put a hand on her arm and just be like, "Are you all right? What happened?"
I'm good. The rats were no match for me.
She just kind of like laughs a little bit at that, and then she's like, "That's good. Good to hear. I'm glad you're safe."
Yeah. As you kind of are walking in that direction, you can actually see like there's just this like footprint, like a child-sized shoe print, and there's just a bunch of like rat goo on the ground, like from where she stomped one to death.
Oh,
And then
that.
you can see like some like blood on the wall, but like just in like the rat print on the wall as well.
There's also probably quite a bit of blood on me.
Yes.
She doesn't mind. She just swam in sewer water. It's fine. Fine. Blood's nothing compared to that.
Could I go up the stairs a little bit while I'm waiting for these guys?
Sure. Yeah, you kind of head up the stairs. The stairs they go up, and they eventually like change from just normal like stairs to kind of a sloping tunnel that's just leading up. There's not a staircase anymore.
How
Does
far?
China need any more help? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Ramos.
No. I'm just wondering, like, how far is that when it starts to change?
About 100 feet or so.
He's probably gonna go back and wait for Umbron at least.
Okay. All right.
I'm coming!
I'm on my way, I swear.
He's very slowly moving his character piece one square at a time.
Yeah. I was chuckling out
I
that.
did the math, and I think this is slightly faster than taking like an entire minute to create an ice bridge across.
Definitely. I mean, going around.
But
definitely.
sewage ice is still sewage, so I figured I'd just assume more.
Okay.
Probably
at
safer as
this-
well to go around.
Bray
Yeah.
is going to approach Tina and apologize that he couldn't be there to help her. But yeah, if she needs help bandaging more wounds, I'm okay to try that.
Okay. She just kind of looks at you and says, honestly, I think I'm fine. That hurt. And she just kind of like, you can see like she has like one like pierce mark in like her leg from like a rat bite. She says,
does it
"I
look
should
like
be
it'll
fine."
infect?
Make me a medicine check.
Yeah, do any of us need to make con save?
22.
22. You don't think it will, but it would probably be safer to just clean it in some sort of a way.
I don't know if prestidigitation will help. If it does, I'd probably call a Restus over. But we'll bandage it up for now so it doesn't get any more dirty with like sewage or anything. And then
I'm assuming I'm probably
press
going to be
on.
cleaning everyone that I see that looks messy and nasty looking.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to be like, no, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's how
Okay.
Ramus normally is. So have fun with that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
It won't come out.
Yeah, as you guys kind of make your way eventually to the room where Ramos is, we are going to take a break for a little bit here. We'll take a 10-minute break or so. We'll just kind of stretch our legs really quick, and we'll be back in like 10 minutes. And we will see you guys then. And we will continue for about 2 more hours. Okay, we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Heck yeah.
Ah!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here, continuing from right where we left off, of finding the staircase. You are currently down at the bottom of the staircase. You have not made your way up the staircase. It is your choice if you would like to go up, or there you did see another exit that you could continue in the sewers down here.
Well,
I'll
we're
look.
underground, and I'm assuming that up above ground is out of the sewers.
Well, yes, but is this out of town? That's our question. I'll look at Tina or Tina. Was that her name?
Tina, yeah.
Tina. I'll look at Tina and be like, "Do you think this is out of town?"
We've been traveling for quite a time, I guess. I'd say so. I don't know.
All right.
I do not think it was to at least check.
I'm down to
Well-
go up then.
Option here is we go up into this underground mine, or we stay down here where we know there might be more rats and slimy things.
The
Right.
air smells fresher.
Preferably we avoid this.
The air's a lot cleaner up there.
And it doesn't smell
I
quite
believe
as
that.
bad.
Definitely prefer going somewhere that's.
Yeah, not here would be good.
Did you see the size of those rats? Their bites hurt a lot.
Yes, they were of a quite unusually
Look what
large
they did to my
size.
tail.
I didn't actually personally run into any of the rats. I did see a slime though. That was pretty scary.
I got unlucky then.
I guess so. Well, is everyone ready to go up then?
Yeah.
I'm ready for those rats.
Let's go then.
Push
I
forward.
guess.
Anywhere but down here.
Okay. As you press forward up the staircase, eventually making your way through the staircase, past the staircase, and as Ramus saw earlier, into a cavern. Just a rock-like tunnel. Similar size as the staircase. This was obviously made a long time ago. So Frey, you do have to crouch down a little bit to make it through. As
Alright.
you guys continue upward, the tunnel gets slightly wider, eventually opening up into what appears to be a section of a mine that goes forward. Down, you can see, as you get up here, the mine itself seems to be built between canyon walls, and you are standing on a small cliff, basically, that goes across the side. Every noise you make echoes here. And it smells like stagnant water. It is an interesting sensation because it's dark here. And it's almost like being lost in your own dreams, is kind of what it feels like here. As you're walking through this area, you all find yourselves slowly feeling, just because of the sense of this place, not talking a lot, not wanting to say much as you continue forward. Saryxeir, as you are, I love that face.
As I'm
you-
telling you, I'm paying attention.
Yes, I'm grateful you're paying attention. I just love the what? Okay. As you are continuing forward with the rest of them, each of you able to walk basically 2 by 2 on this direction, you notice that a strange, almost like a pulling sensation you can feel in a specific direction. As you're walking, you can actually feel almost as if you're being directed, almost like you're feeling not quite unsteady on your feet, but almost like your feet want to lead you to the right, as the path ahead of you seems to fork in several different directions. In fact, there's a stone bridge that seems to cross the chasm to another side. But your feet seem to want to take you to the right. And you can, in fact, you almost swear you can hear a faint whispering behind, like at the back of your mind. Something of an unfelt desire that it seems to be reaching out.
I'm going to stop in front of this pathway.
Okay.
And just kind of stare down it for a hot second.
Okay.
Like, just middle of our walking, I'm just gonna stop and turn and stare down the pathway, almost listening down the path.
Okay. Make me a perception check, please. And Frey, you are also welcome to make a perception check if you'd like.
All right.
That is a perception, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Natural 20, 27.
Okay. For you, Saryxeir, it's this feeling in the back of your head, the almost voice it's almost like a static, and it's distracting. But you're able to hear down this passageway the faint, intermittent, the noise of wind, an intermittent, wind kind of a noise. For you, Frey, you can hear this wind happening intermittently easily. It seems to be nearly like that, and you can actually, you swear that you smell grass, like a tree, or some sort of actual vegetation down this pathway. However, as you look forward, both of you can see this pathway goes ahead of you and then down, not up.
Have I noticed Saryxeir looking down this direction?
Yeah, I would assume all of you kind of would have stopped at this point, noticing that Saryxeir is just kind of there looking down this path.
What are you doing? Did you see something?
I'm without taking my eyes off the tunnel, I'm gonna say, I think we need to go this way.
I thought we were supposed to go upwards. That doesn't look like it's going up.
I'm going with Saryxeir.
I know that up is, we're trying to get to the surface, but I have this.
Well, I'm not in a hurry to get to
feeling.
the surface. I saw what was up there earlier. I'm okay with staying down here for a little bit longer.
In more of a hurry than most. I would like to see if everyone's alright, so I'm not sure. Do you have another reason that we would go that way for?
No, it's just this feeling that at least I should go that way.
I don't think we should split up. That sounds
Well, we
kind of
could.
dangerous.
I mean,
Well, the last time we did that, one of us nearly died. Probably more than one of us, honestly.
at that point, after that sentence is said, Saryxeir, I probably start walking down towards the cave.
Okay. Got
Yeah,
another word.
hold on, I have one last
Go
question
down.
for you.
I'd hurry along after, and I'd be like, you guys can go check out the surface, see if it's safe up there, if you like to.
I'll go down this with Saryxeir.
Umbron, where are you going?
Well, I would like to try it before Saryxeir is out of earshot. Before I make a decision, I want to try asking him, does your feeling feel like this? And then in Paladin, I'm going to give him the feeling that he should go that direction.
I think.
So
Yeah.
for you, Saryxeir, you feel a feeling that's similar, but it's less without the feeling in the back of your mind. It's more a emotion that you were feeling, but it's similar. It's not the same.
He'd probably, without stopping, he's probably like not quite the same, but almost.
DM.
Yeah.
So does Devil's Sight give you anything like that you can see through magical things, or is it just darkness?
It's
just
just
darkness.
Just darkness.
Just darkness.
Okay. Can I make an Arcana check to see if that feels weird? Like anything that way?
Sure, you are
Is that an
welcome to make
Arcana?
an Arcana check.
Okay. 22.
22. No. Just it looks like stone, and you don't sense anything wrong.
Okay. She's gonna. I don't want to do this. She doesn't want to do that either. I don't know what she's gonna
I
do.
think it'll be a quick little trip, just a little detour, then we'll get right back on our way.
But many people could have died, and many people might still be dying, and we could help.
But what if you go alone? You might die, and then you help no one.
And we barely took out a couple of rats in a
Party
slide.
conflict.
Yes, admittedly, dying is a descriptor that could be applied to most of us currently.
I think people are responsible enough to try and get out on their
Where
own.
would Tyno want to go?
What did you say?
In my experience, feelings from something greater than you are now tend to be of some importance. Though I do see some value in getting to the surface quicker, though I do not see value in us splitting up either.
He's
Who knows what else could be down here? So
Yeah, I'm still walking. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm following.
I'm following.
I keep going. I didn't stop once.
Saryxeir, do you smell that?
You would have started to notice a faint smell of trees.
I mean, I do have advantage with hearing or smell-based perception, so...
Yeah, you would be
Probably.
able to smell a faint smell of, like, leaves. Like, not really like a currently... It's more like fall leaves. Like, leaves on the ground.
Not
And
that
it
I
was
smell
winter.
these, but is it getting stronger the further we go down the direction that TC is going down? Or Saryxeir?
It does seem to get stronger.
Okay.
Miss Evangeline, if you want to stay here, I'll stay here out with you. But I really don't want to be alone.
I don't know what to do. She doesn't trust that at all, but she probably should, but I don't know. She's just
I would like to attempt to give her the same feeling as I did TC.
Okay. Yeah, you would feel a very similar feeling from... I don't think you would know the source, but you would feel a similar feeling to TC.
Okay. She doesn't like that either. It's like so dodgy, like out of nowhere. You just feel this, I should go that way. That's dodgy to her, for sure. 100%.
I think that's fair, but it's not like an intimidating feeling though, right?
No, not intimidating.
At least not mine.
You have no idea.
I
Is there
don't
any
have
way-
an idea.
Could I somehow make an insight check against that feeling? I don't even know if that's possible.
An insight check against the feeling Caven just gave you?
No. Like, against... Well, I would say it was probably for Saryxeir. Like, to see if, like, I can somehow tell if he's being, like, bewitched or like something's in his head that's not supposed to be there. I don't know if I could even do that. So
Make me an insight check.
17.
Something seems familiar about it, but you can't place what about it is familiar. But something is familiar about the way he seems almost bent on finding something.
Does it seem like ominously familiar, or it's like I've just seen that before?
I don't think it would be ominous. I think for you, it would actually be almost a rush. A kind of like the rush of justice, almost.
All right.
Sugar rush.
All right,
Sorry.
she'll just kind of tag behind, but she's not going to be super close to the group unless she needs to turn around and go the other way.
Okay.
I'll stick with her,
All right.
if that's okay.
She doesn't mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, so you're staying there?
No,
No,
I'm tagging
they're
like
going
way
this way.
behind.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay. Saryxeir. As you are continuing forward, the feeling is getting louder, and in the back of your mind, the voice is becoming clearer. It's still almost like static that you're hearing, but the voice is almost, you're more getting an intention more than words at this point of there's not much time, of a feeling of almost last lifeline is seeming to be what's being offered to you. It's like a final lifeline. As you are continuing forward, Frey, you begin to notice that the smell and everything is getting strong, but you're also not the same feeling as Saryxeir, but you're also starting to notice that there's almost like a chill. Not on you. It's almost like something cold, like when you've been around Saryxeir in his dragon form, is almost what you're feeling. But it's somehow older, somehow ancient, and somehow getting closer.
Is it like getting closer at the same rate that the scent is growing stronger, or like is it coming closer?
I would honestly say it is coming faster than the scent is getting closer.
I'm gonna put my hand on Saryxeir's shoulder. Say, let's continue, but let's be careful. And we will press onward.
Okay.
As you
Almost like
Yeah, go ahead.
absent-mindedly. He almost absent-mindedly like says, "Sure."
Awesome. As you stride forward, you notice Frey would be the first to see this. Actually, no, not Frey. Evangeline would actually be the first to see this because of your devil sight. Up ahead, you see that the cavern ends. It's not a dead end. It opens up into an immense room of some sort. And you can see that it opens up into this immense room, and there's a small stone bridge that seems to go across a chasm. The bridge, you notice, is no longer just normal, like the rock that you've been passing. It's made of detailed marble that is not common to this area, that is stretching forward over this chasm. And you can see, actually, as you're getting closer, Frey, you would begin to notice this as well. The ending of this cavern of this small tunnel that you're in, it actually seems to be that there is like a door frame there of detailed marbling that is also there. You can, and as you would get close enough, those of you who have any understanding of magic or have studied it at all would in fact see some runes there, a runic language that is inscribed onto some of it as you are stepping. Go ahead.
I'd like to try and read that.
Okay.
If I can.
Yes, make me... So, what languages do you speak?
Ilan and Runic.
Okay, Runic. Okay. So as you... I would like you to really quick make me an investigation check, because it, despite, like, the ornateness of it, has seemed to have weathered over time.
Okay. I got a 19.
Okay.
Oh, actually, 20. Unnatural 20.
Nice. Okay. Saryxeir, I assume you would continue walking.
Yeah.
As you and Frey, you're almost feeling almost a need to be close to Saryxeir at this moment, not as a need like it's a need of like almost needing to protect him, almost is what you're feeling at this moment. But it's not just you feeling this, it's almost like there is another presence, almost like a small voice, almost like a child. But it's not a voice, it's almost like a feeling that you're feeling of something is trying to be there for you and trying to warn you of something. And you just know you're supposed to be close to Saryxeir. As you two step out onto the bridge, the rest as you stop and kind of have to step back onto the bridge a little bit, and you're reading and looking and trying to get out the details of this archway. You start reading,
right.
And as you do, the first thing that you notice is up at the top, the most clear and most deeply etched runes say a name. And you can tell it's a name because of the very specific iconography of it. Indicates its proper name. And the name is Grimhail. That you can see.
Grimhail. That's what it says on the bridge?
On the top of the archway.
Okay.
It says Grimhail.
I'm gonna look forward and I'm gonna be like, hey guys, does anybody know what Grimhail means?
Would any of us know?
Do any of you speak Primordial?
I do.
I do.
Okay, for those of you who can speak Primordial, Grimhail in Primordial, you've never heard this word before, but when it's spoken, and as it's spoken, you almost... Orestes spoke it in Island, in the common tongue of this area, but as it hit your ears, for you two, it was spoken in Primordial. And the feeling that you get off of it is a almost unknowable feeling. A not divine, but as powerful as one of the gods. Is what that name is.
Right.
Orestes, as you are continuing to read, it's almost like it's telling... It seems to be telling a story, and it seems to talk about how this place was made as a shrine at one point to Grimhail before it was destroyed. And now it is simply called, and you can see down at the very bottom, it's been etched into the floor in new runes that are much... they're still old, but much more recent than the rest of the etchings. And the place has now been named the Plain Colossus's Grave.
Oh, okay.
At this point, we're going to Saryxeir and Frey. As you are stepping out
along the bridge,
as you're about halfway through this cavern, and suddenly, Saryxeir, you feel your head shift to the side as you turn, and you see sticking out of the face of the wall, and before you wouldn't have been able to notice it, you do at this moment that sticking out of the face of the wall is almost a brittle sandstone face that is sticking out of the wall. And as you look, noticing it, you see an arm that seems to be coming out of the wall, resting on what might be like an armrest, almost like a throne. You can see legs here, and you realize quickly that what's there is a inanimate plain colossus. An earth plain colossus is here underneath the ground. Over the time, the stone has formed over it, and it is now simply here. As you look at it, kind of almost like leaning forward, you watch as its eyes open, and a molten like lava is behind them as the eyes look at you, and as its mouth opens before you, still this molten mouth inside, it goes as if to speak, but before you hear anything, you suddenly feel yourself hit by a wave of cold unlike you have ever known. A wave of cold that is familiar and yet not. Something you can actually feel it trying to take you. It needs something from you. And I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
It was supposed to be dead. They said it was dead. No.
Wisdom saving throw. It's not the worst.
It's supposed to be dead.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. As you feel this come across you, you feel it almost trying to take you, trying to take the vessel that your body is and eject you from it, needing this more than you. And you, in fact, as you make this wisdom save, you actually hear a voice that says, "Descendant, return the vessel to me," as it speaks into your mind. Frey, your mind, at this moment, you feel this crash of cold. And at this moment, you turn towards Saryxeir, and as you turn, you're in a different place. You're standing in a room, a hearth off to the side, with warm firelight crackling out of it. On the mantle, some photos, some paintings that they seem to be slightly blurry. You can't quite make them out. There's a table to the side and a small bed in the corner. And sitting on the table is a small box, probably about this big. Sitting in front of the box is a small letter. And on the front, it says in words that for some reason you're able to read incredibly well. It says, "To Frey," on the letter.
I'm gonna call out for Saryxeir.
Okay. As you call out, your voice emits. You can hear the crackling of the hearth. And you swear for just a moment you hear the box itself rattle slightly. As if in response to your voice.
I'm going to walk towards the box and the letter.
Okay.
And it took me almost no effort to read this writing, right?
No, it's like you've recently been learning to read, correct?
Yeah.
And so seeing this, It's as if you've always been able to read, is what this seems to be like.
I'd like to read the letter then.
Okay. As you take it, lifting it, and you don't even, like, consciously open the letter. It just seems to, suddenly you're holding it open in front of you. And on it, it simply says, "Fate would have us meet. Take good care of me, and I will try to do the same for you." And at this moment, you're suddenly standing back on the platform, but in your hands is the box, a small wooden box. And you can see that hanging from your wrist is a small, almost like necklace chain with a key on it that seems to fit the box. You can also see, I'm just going to really quick, just kind of give you the surroundings. You can see Saryxeir standing there, and he's stiffened, and his hands have come up to his head, and you can actually see his claws digging into his skin on his skull. But you see the plain Colossus's face. No eyes have opened for you. No mouth has opened for you. It is simply a wall. But you can see Saryxeir's hands up like this, and Saryxeir, would you tell me again that wisdom save you made?
It was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you look towards it, you suddenly feel coming from the box in your hands, Frey, a feeling of dread, a feeling of doom, a feeling of the end, and a feeling, the last thing that you feel is a feeling from the box of pity, not for Saryxeir, but for you. As you feel that wave of cold crash into you. Saryxeir, as you feel this voice coming over you, you are able to, using your willpower, able to push it away. And then you feel as it clamps down tighter. The voice itself saying, "Descendant, do as your parents did." As it's reaching down, you almost feel like there's hands around your throat as it's squeezing, kneading your body. As this is happening, suddenly, as if in front of you, what you're seeing is only darkness at this moment, the lava-like eyes of this plain Colossus seem to open again in front of you, seeming to grow brighter and brighter until another voice seems to enter in and say, "Final chance. Take my gift and live your own life, or do not, and be not your own." The decision is yours.
Is there something that I could like reach out to grab?
In front of you, it seems as though the plain Colossus's hand has come up and is resting as if you're supposed to step onto it in front of you.
I'm going to step backwards.
Away from the plain Colossus.
Yes.
Okay.
And say to the other voice that I accept the gift.
Okay, you're going to say to the other voice that you accept the gift? Okay. As you step backwards, you suddenly feel a deep sense of disappointment from the voice offering the gift. As you realize in this moment that what is offering the gift is the Colossus in front of you. And whatever is trying to take you is not this Colossus, but something else entirely. Something you are related to by blood. Something you know. And in fact, someone you knew.
Okay, so feeling that, I'd probably jump towards the Colossus.
Okay. As you feel this...
I'd probably stumble towards the Colossus.
Yeah. Taking a step forward, your legs feeling like they're going to collapse, your whole body feeling like your muscles are clenching in, like your muscles are going to break your own bones. As you step forward, your foot landing on the Colossus's hand, and suddenly there's a deep sense of relief that comes over you. As you look up, the Colossus is holding you, its hand up in front, as the voice looks at you, and it says, "Good champion, take my gift and seek the right." As you watch as as it opens its mouth in the final thing, you watch as coming from the molten mouth, a single, almost looks like a line from the distance. As it comes towards you, you slowly watch as it coalesces in your vision into a weapon. A brittle sandstone glaive. A broken, almost looks like it would break with a single hit. But you've seen this material before. The glaive sits right in front of you in midair. Would you like to take it?
Yeah, I reach out to grab it.
Okay. Grabbing onto the glaive, you find yourself standing on the bridge. The plain Colossus's face in front of you, eyes closed, mouth closed, and the sound of screaming from your friend Frey as you turn to the side. And you see Frey, and we will transition into your perspective, Frey. You feel the same grasping onto you. This thing isn't familiar. It's like Saryxeir, but it's older, ancient, needing something, seeking something. You can feel it basically crushing your life away. I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please, with disadvantage.
All right. That is an 8.
An 8. Okay. You feel a darkness coming over you as this thing, a cold, is coming over your soul. This is no longer a fight for your body. This is a fight to remain a corporeal, even a fragment of a memory, is all you are fighting to be at this moment. As you feel this thing grabbing onto you, seeking to take you. And then you suddenly feel as though a small light has appeared. And it's like you're standing in a cage within your own soul, within your own body, looking around. And sitting in front of you is the box. The key inserted into the lock, the lid off. And sitting inside is what appears to be a spherical egg that is slowly cracking. And as it finally breaks open, you see a small face coming out, of a small dragon, its coloration shifting from one thing to the next, its small eyes not even open yet, as it's kind of coming out, and you hear in your own head a voice say, "Take care of me. Please, take care of me." And then the voice is gone. And you feel as your soul slowly seems to expand, but there is a dark hole somewhere in your soul. That thing that grabbed on is still there. But you find yourself standing on the platform, your hands having clenched together, your own fingers almost seeming to have dented your hands from the force of what was going on. And latched onto your arm with a almost like death grip of a newborn is a small dragon. Its current look to be almost a white kind of a color, as it's grasped onto you, and it's almost shivering and shaking as it's holding onto your arm. At this point, the rest of you would have noticed the screaming. You would have seen Saryxeir putting his hands to his head, clawing in. As you all turn and see this expression, you don't see anything about the Plane Colossus change. You don't see anything else seeming to appear. But now Saryxeir is holding a glaive in front of him, and a small dragon is attached to Frey's arm. At this point, you are all free to do whatever you would like.
Is he still screaming?
No, he has stopped.
Oh, okay, good.
From us?
They are about 50 feet from you.
Alright.
Evangeline's gonna run over.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna be like, what just happened? I heard you screaming. Are you okay?
As I run up, can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure. You cast Detect Magic. The glaive is giving off an intense magic. Something that's like, it's old. And if there could be something at the same... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. It's giving off an amount of an aura that you've never seen before, but it's giving it off at a intensity that is slowly diminishing. Until it eventually ends up... You can still tell it's magical, for sure, but it's no longer that intensity. And it also, you watch as some of the magic seems to drift over onto Saryxeir.
Okay. And the dragon?
The dragon seems to be magical of a sort, but it's not an intense amount of magic or anything like that. You can see, however, that, and you can't pinpoint it, but a part of Frey, it's almost like there's a faint, dark, almost like ice shard-like aura around him.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, Orestes.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I didn't have much to say besides just the... Are you okay? Yeah. So they're just holding a glaive and a dragon.
Yeah, so currently, Frey, the dragon is just attached to your forearm.
Yeah. So it's just like holding on, right? It's not like attached to my arm.
No, it's just holding on.
Right?
It's just
okay. I'm gonna offer it like a hand up if it wants to let go of my arm. Okay. But if it wants to stay there, I'm not gonna push it.
as you put the hand close, you feel like one of its small, like newborn-esque, like claws, kind of like grab onto like your hand, and it seems to like shakily and uncertainly clamber onto your hand.
Right. How big is it? Like that big compared to me, or compared to like normal people?
Compared to normal people, so it's
Oh,
It's
this
like-
thing is like
It's like
this thing
kitten
can fit in the palm of
sized.
my hand.
yes.
Okay. So I still feel the cold. Do I? Or
It's almost like an afterthought, but yes.
okay. I know about the cold. Last time I saw Saryxeir, he was trying to rip his own head off. So I'm gonna look over. Is Saryxeir all right now?
Let's see. After he regained control of his body holding the glaive, he probably sat down, leaning up against the edge of the bridge,
Yeah.
with the glaive just laid in front of him.
Where did you get this? Can I touch it?
I would prefer. I think it's best you don't.
Does it have like any runes on it or anything?
Um.
Because this thing was
Before?
intensely magical. Rammus is quite curious.
Yeah. So before you couldn't see runes, but with your detect magic on, you can see runes.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it then. I'm not gonna touch it, but can I get close to it?
How close are we talking?
I just wanna get a better look at it. At these runes.
I mean, what do I see the runes?
You would not.
Okay, so there's no runes on this.
You know how I saw those rocks and you guys didn't? This is kind of like that situation. I'm seeing runes on this thing, you're not.
Okay, no, this person in blue robes is a little bit crazy.
Can I tell? Is
What
it still talking
what
to
do you
me?
want for me to be able to touch this?
No. You don't hear a voice, but it's almost like there's a brooding something deep behind you, your mind.
What do you want? Do you want some gold or stuff? Like, do you want a puzzle? I got a puzzle. Or maybe.
I don't need any more trinkets from you. Or you can look at it, just don't touch it.
Well, I'll be honest, I can't exactly read the runes if I can't touch it.
Do you read with your hands?
Yes. Actually, I don't think detect magic would last long enough for me to cast comprehend languages.
No.
Dang it.
DM,
Yes.
can I feel anything close to that, like, feeling I incited about earlier around?
Yes. but it's different than yours. But it's around the glade and around slightly a little bit around Saryxeir now.
So it's not a like I want this as a form of closure vibe. It's like this will help get closure. Is it either of those?
No. It's similar to a feeling that you got when you first realized how you could get closure.
Okay. Do I feel anything about Frey or like the room we're in?
The room, no. Frey, I mean, there's a dragon. And you also would notice, I think that you would see, I think you would all be able to notice that Frey has a slight amount of coldness around him that's slowly fading.
Alright.
Is there any way out in this room, like to the surface, or?
So you can see across the way that the bridge ends, and there is another tunnel that seems to go, and it goes, it seems to go up.
Oh, up is where we're supposed to go.
Hmm.
Can I
Right.
ask?
Ramus, if you can...
Oh.
Sorry. If you have some sort of writing utensil, you could write down what you can see. I could see if I could translate it for you.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. He pulls out a calendar, just an ink quill, and starts writing stuff down.
Beautiful. And I'll start to translate after she's done. Or yeah, he's done.
Okay.
Can I ask it its name?
What are you asking?
Do you have a name?
But what are you addressing? I'd like to know what you're addressing.
The dragon.
Okay. Yeah. You're asking it its name. As you ask it its name, you hear, like, it's not really a voice, but you feel the name hit you. And it's Vienna.
Vienna. Wait, so the brooding, is that coming from the dragon or from... No. Oh, the back of my head. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, the dragon actually, like, you're getting comfort from it. Like, dragon is giving, like, this sense of peace, almost.
Okay. I guess I will either let it climb up onto my arm if it wants to do, like, onto my shoulder if it wants to do that, or hold it.
Okay.
And then make sure Saryxeir's all right.
Okay. It kind of, like, climbs up onto your shoulder and kind of, like, finds the spot, like, right around your neck where your collar meets. And it, like, finds that it's kind of warm there, and it kind of, like, just, like, kind of tucks itself in there where it's, like, warm.
Oh, yay. Saryxeir, you okay?
I'm not certain. I think so.
I mean,
but we'll see in the days to come.
Frey, you were screaming.
Was I? I didn't know.
Yes, you were.
That's quite unlike me. That's kind of crazy.
Yes.
Was it high-pitched, or was it just kind of like a low roar?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it was just like, I'm in pain. I'm screaming because I'm screaming. That's what the thought that was going across my mind, at least.
Well, I think we'll be all right. I know Evangeline wanted to get to the surface, so
Right.
Yes,
Let's-
I'd rather go right now. We don't have much time to waste, I don't think.
all right.
Do I have
I'll
to
help
roll
Did you
to
stay
guys
her
get
up.
what you were looking for? I'm guessing so.
That and more.
Do I have to roll to copy runes?
What'd you say?
Do I have to roll to be able to copy the runes?
No, I'd say you're able to copy them. Um, and basically, all they say is, basically all they say, from what you can tell, is the same name that was on the archway.
Oh, okay. So I'll just repeat that name.
I don't like that name. It makes all the fur stand up on its end.
That's fair. It is a weird name. Not sure what it means.
I don't think I
Saryxeir.
want
Your glaive, at this point is you're kind of all getting up, getting ready to leave. Your glaive is seeming to almost like pull you, and you can tell the magic, like the intense magic that you felt from it immediately is slowly fading, but it's seeming to, and TC, I think I'm getting feedback through your mic, by the way.
Oh, crap. I don't know how to fix that, though, so... Oh, it might... Okay, that might have fixed it right there.
Okay, we'll see. So you can tell it's like almost like it's not pulling you or anything, but you can tell it's kind of pointing in a specific direction.
Okay.
And it's basically pointing towards like the other end of this walkway. You can see the stairs leading up, and you can tell it's generally leading in that direction. Although you are all welcome to do whatever you would like.
I am going to the exit.
Okay.
I'll probably make my way out and up as well.
Okay.
Can I pet your dragon?
What'd you say there?
Can I pet the dragon?
Do I get the feeling it would like to be pet?
You get the feeling it doesn't know a lot. And basically it found a spot that was warm. And it basically wants to be close to you, but other than that, you don't know.
Maybe in a little while.
Just
But
to tell you, this
some
dragon
point.
is... Yeah, just to tell you, this dragon is, like, newborn enough that its eyes still haven't opened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we should head up.
So it basically just found that spot was warm, and that's why it's there. It didn't see it.
All right.
Okay. As you guys make your way up the stairs, you eventually find yourselves... It opens up into a small room. And it's actually seems to be like almost... At one point, it was probably like a priest's room or something. A long, long time ago. Now it's filled with dust and grime, and it smells like old wood and kind of like mildew a little bit. But you can see that there's a small bed that's kind of decayed over time that's in the room, and you can see on the ground that there is a runic circle that's sitting on the ground there.
Did I detect
Also,
magic
who is
still?
using Roll20 repeatedly?
It's raised.
Okay. You're good. Just, I can hear it beep every time, so you're good.
I turned that off.
Okay.
I can see it.
Casey,
Yeah.
is my detect magic still up?
Yeah, I'd say it is. It's a, I need to check what the type of magic is real quick. Give me one moment.
I don't like that.
Because it is a specific type of magic you would know. I'm just not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's conjuration.
Conjuration. All right. Conjuration.
You can also tell. Actually, you wouldn't be able to tell this, but Arestus, since you could read runes, you can tell quickly that this. Just reading the runes, it's a teleportation circle, and it has one charge left.
Oh.
This room
Interesting.
does not have any other exits, by the way.
I'll tell everyone. I'll be like,
Is it big enough for everyone to fit in?
has no one.
Yeah, you could all fit in it.
All right.
Do we really want to teleport somewhere though?
Do you see
Seems
another
a little scary.
Away from here is a good idea.
I guess that's true. Yeah, why not? Let's give it a go.
Okay, I'm dumb.
And
Anyway.
are we teleporting back to Basham?
You do not know where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no
Can I
idea.
roll an Arcana check to see if I can figure it out? Because my magic deals with teleporting.
Sure. Make me a Arcana check.
$23.
23. You know that the destination is not far. You do not know the direct location, but you do know it is not more than, say, 5 miles or so away.
It's nearby. Probably.
That take us back in town. I'd rather not be back there quite yet.
You would prefer it.
Well,
there.
we can always give it a go. Should we
There's
rest up
anything
of
I trust
anything
Rama
before
for.
we go in?
What?
What are you saying, Kaden?
I said if there's anything I trust Ramos with, it's magic.
Yeah, should we take a rest here or should we go through first?
Let's
I would
see what we are
like to go
dealing
through.
with.
We won't be able to come back.
Let's go
I don't
through.
think. It only has one charge left.
No,
Let's go.
correct.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just go. See what happens.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Do any of you still have a spell slot left?
I have one.
No.
You have one? Okay.
Yes.
So one of you, it requires a spell slot use. So one of you needs to use a spell slot.
I can do that.
Okay. So as you all step onto the circle, you kind of have to crowd in a little bit. It's almost like a weird group hug. But you're all on there. And then, just touch somebody. Oh gosh.
Evangeline
I
would
just
like
love
to
that that was what you
slap
did,
someone.
Umberon. You just put your hands up like this.
We know what Umbron's going to be.
Oh, I will shoot you in the head.
That is not the gesture I was trying to make. I just want to clarify. Let's teleport somewhere.
Okay. As you teleport, you each feel it's not comfortable by any stretch of the imagination. It basically feels like someone shoved you in a washing machine, then chucked the washing machine off of a cliff, then you landed, got smashed with the washing machine, and then somebody dropped like 20 pianos on you, and then suddenly your crushed, broken body was reformed in a new place. That's basically what it feels like.
Conjuration teleportation. Ugh.
I am so sorry you had to go through
And I'm
that.
still poisoned.
I'm so sorry.
As you guys arrive, you all have to like blink away at the sunlight around. And you notice that you're standing on what appears to be there are scorch marks around you in about a 20-foot radius that have burned into what looks like a small amount of grass that grew over like what was at one point like a stone ruin. kind of a small amount of grass grew around it, and so basically you teleported here, and it was now had to burn away the grass to allow you to be here. So basically, the ground around you is flaming, but you have teleported somewhere around you. You can see the conifer trees, the pines that are around you. That some of them stretching hundreds of feet into the air around you. This is the this would be I want to tell you the right name because it just totally slipped my mind. The Tayari Woods is where you are. Where is my cursor? Has disappeared. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're good.
Use control flames to extinguish the fires.
Okay.
So just continuously do that.
Okay. You extinguish the flames.
Nice.
The Tayari Woods are the woods that are directly out around Bosham and lead into the mainland, because Bosham is on a peninsula. So it leads onto the mainland. It's the Tayari Woods.
What time is it?
Make me a survival check.
Oh no. Oh, 17.
17. I would say that at this point, looking around, you're fairly certain it's like 5 p.m. or so.
So it is late enough in the day to justify taking a break. Going to sleep. Hopefully.
Are we still in
Sweet.
view of Bosham?
You cannot see
I was
Bosham.
about to ask the same thing.
Can I
Alright.
see any like towns nearby?
You can. Off to the... You can see just barely through the trees. In fact, I don't think you would be able to see this, Evangeline. I think the only person who could see this is Frey. Simply because of your high passive perception.
And
you can
his height
see-
of 9 feet? Get out of
Yes.
here, boy.
You can see through the, basically through the trees, you can see a small, cottage-like house that is down there. And it seems to be, you can see beyond it almost looks, beyond it, there's what appears to be like a small graveyard. Is beyond the little cottage that's there, and you can see some smoke coming out of the cottage currently.
Okay. Can I ask everybody, does anyone see any civilization nearby that I could find?
There appears to be a cottage and a graveyard over yonder.
Okay. So how far away is Bosham? Do I know? From where we are, or am I just
You guys don't know where you are specifically, you just know you're in the Tayari Woods.
Okay. I would like
Did
to go to
we,
the cottage.
What'd you say, Wesley?
No, never mind. I was gonna ask something, but yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. As you all just kind of... So are you guys head to the cottage? Just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys don't want to come, you don't have to, but I can meet you there. I would just like to get back as fast as possible.
I want to go to the cottage.
I mean, we need to know where we are.
Yeah. Walking down to the cottage, you notice immediately that there's a small garden around it. The garden itself is interestingly... it's full of odd flowers that are both beautiful and a little bit strange. You can see, they're flowers that don't grow around here, but you can tell someone really likes flowers who lives here and has kind of just made a small garden that basically just goes right around the edge of the house. And inside you can see light coming from inside. You can in fact smell what appears to be some sort of a stew or something cooking from inside.
I'd like to turn to everybody and just say, if you would let me handle this, they might recognize me above everybody else. And they might
Wait, why
offer
would
us
they?
help.
Why would they recognize you?
You have
Because
everything on you covered.
I'm a Duchess of Bosham.
Noble. Okay.
Anyone could dress up as you if they just had the right hat.
I think there's a little more to it. Okay, and then I would like
Right.
to walk up to the
Sure.
door.
Okay,
She's
walk
not
into
even
the door.
listening. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna knock.
Okay, you knock on the door. As it opens, you notice that. Actually, I needed to clarify. So say this again. As you knock on the door, for a moment, there's nothing that like happens, and you kind of hear like a little bit of shuffling inside after a little bit, and then kind of like some grunts, and then almost like someone who's having a hard time walking, starts moving in your general starts moving towards the door, and then eventually you watch as the door just kind of like opens up slowly, and you can see that they're kind of like looking up at you from a little bit, like kind of almost a hunched thing. The immediate thing that you take in is that this is a centaur. And the centaurs of this area are not just horse, like half horse. They are half of some sort of four-legged animal. And this seems to be a goat of some sort. It seems to be his lower half. Or an alpaca.
And is he like an old man?
No. He seems to be young. Probably like maybe 17.
Okay.
His hair is like a brown, almost to blonde kind of a color. And he's you can see that his two front legs seem to be paralyzed of some sort. And he's actually seems to have fashioned some sort of a device that he's kind of like has his front half like resting on, and it has some like little like wheels on it. And he's just kind of, he looks out and he says, hello, do I know you? And he just kind of like glances out and he like looks at all of you. And you can see that like he has the one hand that's like open the door, and to the side you can see like he's like holding like what looks like a spoon with some like stew dripping off of it in the other hand.
I'm
Okay.
picking some flowers.
You're picking the flowers?
I would like
I'm
to
picking
stop.
some of the flowers, yeah.
I would like to stop Ramus from doing that. I'd like
Yeah,
to.
I'm not
Ramus,
letting that happen either.
Yes, thank you.
I'll
And
just
then I'd like
grapple
to.
Ramus, but like, yeah.
Choke
I would
out.
like to introduce myself. So I'm gonna like bow to.
I am
And be like,
freezing.
I'm sorry for the intrusion. It's late, but I was wondering if you could tell us where we were.
Yeah. You're lost, I assume?
Yes, we came from Bosham, and it was attacked recently, and we're trying to get back there. We're not sure where we are. We took a teleportation circle here.
Oh,
Rather not go to back, honestly.
Yeah, you're close to Thedon. And he kind of gestures with a hand and he says, it's about 20 miles that way. And he points just kind of off basically to the kind of to the west. And he just kind of points in that direction, and he says, it's a little late. My one of my friends should be back here fairly soon. Do you have supplies to stay, or do you need a place to stay, or?
It would be much appreciated if you could give us some place, but it doesn't have to be indoors.
He kind of looks around and he says, I mean, unless you want to sleep in the graveyard, I'd suggest in here.
All right. You have
No,
room.
be much appreciated.
And he kind of like he
Ramus
shuffles back, and
saying-
you actually hear like the wooden wheels like creaking as he kind of like wheels back a little bit, and you can see like that his back legs barely work. As he's like barely backing up, and he like opens up the door and he kind of gestures to the side for you guys to enter.
Thank him and just ask if he needs any help.
I'm okay. I will need to make more stew though. He says, and that would be something that you could help me with. And he kind of looks at you and said, what'd you say?
Can I make sandwiches to go with the stew?
He kind of like looks at you and he says, did you bring the supplies?
No, that's all right. We can
Well,
for the supplies.
the first thing I was doing was making a sandwich. What if I took it with me?
Just this squash sandwich out of the
Through
pocket.
the sewage.
Yeah, so out of your pocket, you pull a blood-covered, smashed
Prestidigitation!
No!
You
Get the blood off!
You prestidigitate it, and it basically, like, most of the sandwich just disappears.
Oh, good. Thank heavens.
You're basically holding, like, one, like, slice of meat in your hand now.
This can go in the stew.
He says,
No, it can't.
he like eyes you and he says, I'd rather not. But if one of you would be so kind, as you can see, it might be hard for me. Would one of you? And he points to there's a small like trap door in the floor. And he says, our pantry is down there. If you would just bring me some of the vegetables, that would be great. And also there's a small jar. And he says small, and then he like opens his hands up like this. It's like a small jar of it looks like broth. If you'll bring that up, that would be great. Thank you. And he kind of like wheels his way over towards like the hearth where you can see the stew is being cooked, and he just kind of like he keeps like stirring it, but he like will like glance at you guys a lot. Kind of glance back.
Can I go sit next to him and just help him make soup and just talk with him?
Yeah, you sit down next to him. You can see that he eyes you a lot. Mostly because of, you can assume, your appearance.
Yes.
Kind of a okay. Yes, Kieran?
What is the decor of this place?
No, I am keeping an eye on Ramus to make sure he doesn't steal anything the whole time.
So,
does your character know that Ramus steals things?
I honestly don't know if Evangeline would know that Ramus just straight up steals stuff.
She would definitely assume.
So around this place, it's very simply furnished. There's on the ground. There's a. It's not really a bed. It's just like a large amount of like hay has been laid out on the ground. And it's been made like it looks like it was in like a sack at one point, like a like soft sack on the ground, but the sack seems to have like deteriorated over time. And that seems to be like what is used for a bed. You can see that it's really simple. There's not a lot of furnishings or little toys or anything around.
Is there a pillow?
No, doesn't seem to be.
Can I put a pillow there?
Sure. You pull out a pillow and put it on.
Did someone ask his name?
No
I
one
wanted
has.
to ask that.
No.
I would like to ask that.
Okay, you're gonna ask his name.
It's Umberon's pillow.
He says, I'm Imidar. And you all are?
I'm Raves.
Okay.
I think I'm down in the pantry, so I'll get back to you that.
That should be your name, down in the pantry.
I'm down in the pantry. That's my name.
I'm Ramus. Ramus
Sorry.
Woolsey.
Ramus.
Nice to meet you.
I am not present. I am out in the graveyard.
Okay. All right.
I'd like to introduce myself as well. Sorry, Casey.
Go ahead.
And I'll just be like, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself earlier. I'm Evangeline Serafina.
Interesting. Seraphina, like the old Seraphinas, or
Yes, I'm their daughter.
interesting. And the you two are, and he points at you, Saryxeir, and Umbron.
My name is Saryxeir.
All right.
I will do one of those fancy bows like this and introduce myself as Umbron Arcania Farliard the First. It is a pleasure to meet you. You honor us by allowing us to stay in your humble abode, sir.
He kind of looks and he says, "Thank you. I'd bow, but I wouldn't be able to get back up. So," and he just kind of goes back to the stew, kind of like awkwardly. Frey, you're out in the graveyard, right?
Yes.
Okay. Before I get back to you, what were you saying, Vienna?
Can I insight him?
Sure. Make an insight check.
Okay.
While you're making that roll, Orestes, you've gone down into like the pantry here, and it's like it's basically dirt, like sides and everything like that. It's just basically a dirt square in the ground. There's some wooden shelves that have been put around, and there's stuff on it. You can see that like hanging from the ceiling, there's like some hooks that have been placed into the ceiling. They've likely been screwed up and into like the wooden floorboards above. And there's like some garlic or different things are hanging from it and drying.
Yeah, I'll pick up the things that he asked me to get, and I'll just be like, "Oh, it's an onion." I'll pick up an onion and break that up as well.
Yeah, you bring up the onion, and he like looks at it, and he's like, "Honestly, that wouldn't be bad." Okay, and he like kind of he takes it, and he kind of like he starts like he like kind of like scoots back slowly, and then he like makes his way over to like a small like table to the side, and he sets the onion on there. And he kind of like he like kind of like leans down, and like you see him like open up a small box and pull out like a knife and start just like slowly cutting it. Okay, Vienna, what was your insight?
7.
A 7?
Can I do the same thing?
Sure, if you want to. For you, Vienna, he's a guy.
Yeah.
He's yeah. It's hard to tell. Go ahead.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That was 17.
I'll look at him.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll finish this and then we'll go right back to you, Orestes.
Yeah.
So, your basic insight of this guy, you haven't spent a lot of time working with people who are lame. People who have permanent injuries. Especially in the current age of medicines that this world has. The fact that he has permanent injuries to his legs is unique. And all of you would have recognized that. But simply to explain a little bit, you likely wouldn't have ever really worked with somebody like him. You've worked with people who are poor, though you don't really know his way financially. But you can tell that he's nervous, one, because you're strangers in his home. He seems kind enough. But another because he's obviously nervous about you finding out about something, but he's also nervous about you. You could tell his biggest worry is most likely that you would go and tell someone he lives here.
Okay. Guys. All right, sounds good. Okay, I'll go about that later. You can go back to Orestes.
Yeah, go ahead, Orestes.
I'll bow to him and I'll be like, I never got your name. If you wouldn't mind.
I'm Imidar. It's nice to meet you. And he kind of like goes to like reach around to like shake your hand, but he's still like holding the knife, and he's like, "Oh, sorry," and he kind of like switches it to the other hand and sets down, and then he holds out his hand.
I'll be like, no worries, and I'll shake his hand. I'll be like, thank you for letting us stay here. It's much appreciated. And my name is Orestes. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
And
meet you
and then
too.
I'll add a little question on. I'll be like, do you happen to know where a clean spring is nearby? I would like to bathe a little later, if I could.
Spring? No, but my friend should be able to help with that when she gets here.
Ah, great.
Should be here
Anything
soon.
I can help with, besides getting stuff from the pantry?
Just take a spot. And I'll be done soon, hopefully.
Would you like any music as you make some food?
Sure. I don't hear music often. And he just kind of, as he kind of goes back to like, he cuts up the rest of the vegetables and starts putting them in as you start playing some music.
Yeah.
I have a question for him.
Yes.
What happened to your legs?
He just kind of looks back at you and he says, and he's like, well, it's a long story. And he just kind of like looks back. Yeah, he looks back to like the pot he's stirring, and but he keeps talking and just says, "It's I'm just different. And some people didn't like that. And so this other people's choices sometimes." And he just kind of keeps stirring.
And where did people discriminate against you like that?
I think that's enough asking about you.
Yeah.
He says, Did you say where?"
Yes.
Oh, I I used to live in Bosham a while ago, but it wasn't the people of Bosham specifically. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look
Um,
great anymore.
Definitely saw walking by himself, so you'd assume he'd probably live somewhere around here.
Okay, Frey, you're out in the graveyard.
Yes.
Wanted to ask what you're doing real quick.
Is it sunset at this point, or is there still light outside?
It's getting close. It's getting close to sunset at this point.
All right. He's reading the names in the graveyard, but it's mostly like steeling himself for. He's preparing, I guess. He makes sure he makes sure that Viana is like either sleeping or comfortable, and like as he's feeling kind of the chill of the night and the feeling of dread that all these poor souls might feel, he'd like to address the feeling in the back of his head and ask if it's still there.
Okay. As you do this, the brooding feeling seems to grow a little bit, as if it perks up. And a voice reaches out, and you hear, "He was mine."
Is it waiting for a response?
No, that's the response you got. It's your choice if you want to respond to it, whatever you want.
I'm glad he isn't. And then I'm going to banish, or I'm going to change my thinking, and head back. I don't know if I can fit inside the house, but if I can't, I'll stand outside
No, you
like a
can fit
window
in.
or something. Okay.
Yeah, you can fit in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. As I'm coming back in, I'll take one last look around, see if
Mhm.
anything seems out of the ordinary. But I'll come and
Yeah.
join the group.
With your passive perception, you can see that there's somebody holding a lantern coming down, like coming through the forest in this direction.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll wait for them
Okay.
before joining.
Yeah, you see as like the lantern slowly gets closer, and eventually you see a woman's face, like slowly kind of approaching as it gets close enough for you to see. It's a woman that's she. You can tell immediately that this is a race called a Bestian. She has what appear to be bird-like legs, almost like a harpy's. Um, and her hands end in claws, and she has wings that come out of her back with these immense feathers. But her face and torso seem to be human. And as you get closer, she smiles and says, you must be Imidar's guests, or at least one of them, I assume."
We are.
Great. The reason you're standing outside guarding the door?
I was just about to enter, but I thought I'd wait for you.
Okay. All right. And you can see she kind of gives you like a kind of a piercing, not like intense look, but a definitely reading you for a second before she stepped inside.
Right.
The rest of you would see her as she enters at this point as well.
I assume you're Eridan's friend here.
Yeah. Yes, I would be Iridan's friend. I assume...
It's Imidar.
Imidar. Sorry.
And I assume he's already been introduced to all of you, and you've already introduced yourselves to him. But let's do a quick go around, and she kind of gets each of your names quickly. And you can see that, like, the lantern she has, she's also wearing kind of like a jacket, almost a coat, especially because it is winter around now. There's no snow currently on the ground, but she's wearing a heavy coat on. As she kind of like, she slowly takes the coat off after kind of like shutting the door after kind of letting you in fray. And she sets the coat on and she says, "So, Imidar, making more friends, I see." And he looks back at her and says, Yeah, just some friends. They said they'd just need a place to stay the night, so I offered it." "Of course, yeah, it's good. Any potatoes tonight?" As she kind of turns back to him, and he looks back and says, "Nope, no potatoes."
I probably have a potato somewhere in my bag if I can find it.
Can I insight that potatoes? Because that seems like
Sure, go
code
ahead.
for me.
Sure.
It does seem suspicious.
The natural 20.
Ooh.
Mm.
So as you look at her, you can tell the potatoes was a code for sure. You can tell that these two know each other well, but you can tell immediately that Imidar is the only one who lives here. She doesn't live here.
What was her name?
You haven't asked.
Can I ask?
Really quick, I'm going to give you the rest of your insight. You can see under one arm is strapped there's a book strapped underneath. As she kind of took off her coat and set it aside, there's a book strapped there. And you can see that there's actually a lock around the front of it. And you can see that in her, she also has a satchel on that you can see now as she's taking her coat off. that also seems to be the same size and shape as a book as well.
Okay. All right. Anything else that I notice, or just that?
She's not hostile to you. She's definitely wary, but not hostile.
Okay. And what was her name? Can I ask her?
Yeah. She smiles and just says, Tanra, my name's Tanra Char. Nice to meet you.
Do I recognize that name?
No,
Tamara Char.
Char.
Hmm.
Tanra Char.
Cool.
Sorry, I heard that you might know of a place that I could wash up, a spring of some sort or whatever.
Oh,
Is there anywhere you could show me?
yes. Imidar is telling my secrets already, I see. And she kind of like looks at him with like this teasing look, and he kind of like shrinks a little bit. You can see him like, oh boy. Like not like she's gonna hurt him or anything, but just gets like kind of a shy. You see him blush a little bit. And she just says, "Give me a moment. Do any of you have any way to heat things?"
Not really, not me. I
Well,
can kind of control flames, and that's about it.
I'm smoking hot. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I have a tinderbox in my pack. If you need
Glance
to light a
over at
fire.
Raze.
it'll just take a bit unless you all want to take a cold bath, especially because you all honestly smell awful. And she just kind of like walks over
Yes.
and you see as she like goes up to like she like walks outside and you like she leaves the door open and you all start slowly hearing like a grinding noise. And she comes back in and she's like dragging in like a wash basin, and you can see it's starting to snow outside. Like she's brought in like a metal tub. And
Snow is normal for this time, right?
yes, it's winter. It just hasn't snowed
Okay.
yet. As she kind of brings it in, she says, "Getting chilly." Okay. And she brings it over and she says, "Well, all right." And she takes the book from under her arm, and she kind of like waves her hand over the lock, and you watch as it just opens, and she lets it fall open in her hand, and she kind of looks at it and then puts her hand over the like the tub, and she just starts saying like kind of saying something, and you watch as the tub quickly fills with water, and then she says, "Unfortunately, I do not have quite enough right now," and she snaps the book shut, and you see the lock immediately snap over, and she puts it back. "I do not have enough juice right now to heat it, so you can either take a cold bath," and she gestures towards it, "or we can wait a bit." As she
I
kind
would
of like,
prefer a cold bath.
"You would prefer cold?
Yes.
Okay. Unless you want to be outside in the snow. There is a small point, and she kind of gestures over, and there's like you can see like there's some curtains that go over a point, and she says, "If I could get some of your help," and she kind of gestures towards you, Frey, obviously being kind of the biggest, just to move this over there, and you can take turns or what have you. The water will remain clean."
Cool. I'll help carry it as well, because I have some strength, not much.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, you guys just kind of
I will
shifted over.
carry all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys shifted over. She says, "Unfortunately, I did not bring any soap. So, and Imidar, I don't think you have any." And he just kind of looks over and says, "I don't currently. No."
Promise?
And she says, "All right, well, have fun." And she just kind of like gestures in there, and there's like barely enough room for you to like get undressed or anything to get in. Like there's barely enough room there.
Okay, can I ask Ramus? Would you happen to have a bar of soap and all the things that you've hoarded?
Yeah. Just give me a second. And he reaches
It
in
takes
and he
50
pulls out
minutes.
a
I knew it!
really moldy potato. He's just like, I found it.
Okay. She'll be like,
And then he kind of like underhand tosses it over towards the soup bowl. Not in, just near it. And then he goes back in, digging down around trying to find a soap.
So you toss it towards him, like towards the bowl, and like Imidar's kind of standing there, and you watch as like he turns and his hand like moves at a much faster pace than you have ever actually seen someone move, and grabs it out of the air, and like stops, and his head like whips around to look at you, and then you see him kind of, you see like his eyes suddenly go wider, and he's like, sorry, and he like kind of just like he takes the potato and just like tosses it into the fire, and he like turns away, and he just like is not making eye contact with any of you.
Huh, interesting. Anyway, soap.
Okay. Yeah. Then if Ramus finds soap, even if she doesn't, well, he doesn't, then I'm still taking it, but it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll myself a perception to see if I can. That's a 0.
I think that you look through and you find several things that could be bars of soap, but you're not sure because you've never actually used soap.
That's fair. I just hand you, what looks like soap? I don't know. I hand you a wasp's nest.
Are there wasps in the nest?
No! There's not wasps in the nest.
There's several dead ones. There's several dead ones.
They're not alive.
Yeah, we're just gonna like, oh, thank you, Ramus, and then she'll just like close the curtain and just like put the wasp nest aside.
Nice. Okay. As you all kind of settle down for the night, Imadar continuing to cook, and you see Tanra kind of take a like space against kind of the wall. Her, like she kind of folds her, she kind of like stretches her back, and you like, and then brings her wings in, kind of around herself, kind of like almost like a blanket, and kind of like leans against the wall. She's kind of like sitting on the ground. There aren't a lot of chairs here, and she just kind of like leans against the wall and kind of closes her eyes, and you can see though, like as she closes her eyes and kind of like seems to like start falling asleep, she does put a hand over the book under her right arm, and her other hand like goes into the satchel, and she like has her hand on the other book in the satchel. Yeah. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to do at this point, Imadar eventually gives you guys the stew. She says, here. Hopefully it tastes good. I grow all my own stuff, so it's nothing you'd find on a market, but it should be okay. And so yeah, you've got some stew. It's not bad. It's not by any means really good, but it's hearty
delicious.
and it tastes amazing right now because you guys have been doing like, you guys are all hurt. You're all been running around forever. Like it tastes like it feels good going down, but it doesn't taste incredibly amazing.
Been a long day, thank you. This is a load off the shoulders.
Of course. Do any of you have a hard time sleeping by chance?
Yes, I don't sleep pretty much. I am an elf, so
yes,
I kind of just meditate.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And you see, like Tanra just like starts like laughing from the corner, and she just like looks at Imadar and she says, "He's joking, Imadar. He's joking." And Imadar's like, "Oh, okay." And like turns and he says, "But okay, so do any of the rest of you have a hard time sleeping?"
I just have nightmares sometimes, but that's about it.
Okay. And he kind of goes and he like pulls open, like he pulls out like goes over to like a little cupboard that's kind of against the wall, and he pulls out like a what would be a large jar that would be like have quite a bit of liquid in it, but it seems to be like almost empty, and he kind of sets it on the ground, like sets it on kind of a counter that's there. And he takes out like a couple like glasses and sets them down, and he pours some of like the liquid from the jar in there. Just like it's basically he's giving you like a tablespoon maybe. And he just says, "If you want it, I take this every night. It just helps me not to dream, and to sleep well." And he just kind of puts it back.
I'm a little scared of that.
Sleepwalk. Thank you.
I think I'll actually pass on that, but like,
Yeah.
be like, thank you for the offer.
Of course. He says, "You guys can just find a spot to lay down, I guess. Don't roll in the fire. That would be bad." And he just kind of like he goes over to like the hay.
Ray's just
dives in the fire.
Leaps into the fire. Lights the entire house.
He kind of goes over to like the hay that's on the ground, and he kind of like walks in a circle around it a little bit, and then he like sits down and he kind of like leans against the wall a little bit with like his like upper body, but like his lower body just kind of sat there like a horse on the ground, and he's just kind of like there against the wall, and you see him like he like kind of just takes like he took one of the glasses with him, and he like takes the drink and he sets it down, and he just kind of falls asleep against the wall.
How deep is the snow?
The snow, it's started to almost turn into a blizzard at this point, but it's not terribly deep yet.
Would I be able to build a snow fort?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to build a snow fort?
Yes, I would like to build one, not blocking the door, but in such a place that if, like, something were to happen, they would have to go around my snow fort to get to the door. And unless, like, my body's like, no, this isn't going to work, I'm going to try to sleep in the snow fort. I'm going to use it with, like, water.
Make me a Constitution check.
Is it a check or a save?
This would be a check.
Darn. Stop making me make checks, Casey. Oh, wait, that's a 15, I believe.
Nice. Okay, so you're able to kind of like you set up and you're like, okay, yeah, I think I can sleep out here. Like you find yourself waking up a couple times, like with just kind of water just like dripping on your face from like it melting and everything like that. And you kind of have to adjust and things like that, but you get sleep.
I'll just refreeze the roof every now and then.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And yeah, anything else you guys would like to do at this point?
After I take my bath, I'll just get ready for to rest. I'll just play my lute pretty quietly in the corner as I rest.
All right.
If anyone else needs a pillow, I can give you one.
I have a bedroll.
Ramus has stolen every pillow from Eberron's house.
I mean, what remains of Eberron's house?
Ramus, have you ever stolen a door off of somebody's house?
Well, I usually take things that are more accessible, but if someone left the door available, then I'd take it. And if I wanted it,
I'm hearing a maybe. Or a not yet.
I don't think I have. Yeah, not yet. I don't think I have any. I might want to add one though, for my collection.
Okay.
Beautiful.
As you guys begin getting to sleep, drifting off to sleep, kind of having your night begin, you each get a long rest, and you each get to level up.
Yes.
At this point, so we're gonna.
Spell comes back.
Yes, you each get to level up, and so we'll kind of go over that a little bit maybe on this next stream when we're able to get on. But think that will be it for this one, because this seems like a pretty decent spot to stop.
Yeah, we're clean.
Yep.
We've gotten food in our stomachs.
Some of
We're about
us
to
are
finish
clean.
a long rest,
Did
hopefully.
any of you force Ramus to take a bath?
Probably, yes.
I didn't take a bath.
I 100% did.
Saryxeir,
It's
I
please
helped
clean
Ramus
yourself.
take a bath.
it's cold. Why can't he clean me? He's cleaned everything else.
I'll try and clean you, I guess.
No, no.
So, like, Ramus is so caked with dirt and different stuff. You press the digitate, and you're not sure it actually did anything.
Okay, Ramus, do you happen to have a brush in that bag of yours, perhaps?
I don't.
No
like
That's the
brushes.
one thing
You
Ramus
don't
would
like
never
brushes.
take.
That's fair.
Combs and
Okay.
brushes.
Perhaps
a
one of these
question.
days we'll get that mud a little bit off, but not
Ramus,
today, I
convince
guess.
you? Could I convince you to take a bath if I gave you a trinket of mine?
What's the
Would
trinket?
you do it for a Scooby Snack?
Let's see. I could give you. What can I give you? Everything I have is kind of important.
Give her a gun.
I could give you a sickle. Just kidding.
You want to give Ramus a sharp object?
No, he's not going to.
Sharp and pointy.
She'll give her one of her golden buttons off of her sleeve. One of those.
How long do I have to stay in the cold?
It'll be warm.
But how long do I have to stay in it?
Only a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, as you
He
guys
takes the
vigorously
with the-
scrub Ramus in the water, I think that, and then you guys get sleep. I think we'll end there, and we will see you guys hopefully this next week for our next session, and we're super excited to see you guys, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time, and yeah, if you guys want to, if you weren't able to watch this or you want to tell anybody else about it, this will be coming out on YouTube on Tuesday, which you can see the link for here for Night Castle
Send it in chat.
RPGs.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, and we will see you guys next time. Oh, go ahead, Wesley.
I did. Sorry, I was just like, I sent it in chat if you need it there. And
Yeah.
you can watch our past video as well, our last one.
Yeah.
Last
Watch
session.
Session 1. All right. Well,
There you go.
we'll see all you guys, and yeah, have a great night.
Yeah.
Bye. It was fun.